Welcome back to Rush of Badness. This is session 35 entitled Swordbreak. Last session, the group arrived at Swordbreak. Um, Once they arrived, they split up into groups. Some folks went to the Promenade, which is a multi-story shopping slash restaurant-tier complex. The kind of an outdoor mall, if you will. The other members of the group went to the um, Fancy Tea and Spirits Cafe, owned by one of the noble houses that seems to be ruling this place, or at least kind of oppressing others in this place. And before Orlandis was able to go in and discuss matters of import regarding his docking, what else were you wanting to learn? Shiro, today is not the day. Today is not the day. That's not it. That's not what we're doing.
I think it was docking and something about the other individuals from Sorrowgate.
Sure. Okay, so
They were here.
yeah, that had passed through here. That's fine. So there isn't really much in the docking office board regarding giving information out regarding other people who've entered into this space, who've docked their ships and the like. So they can't really like tell you about the other people.
Okay.
And you are able to secure everything. They basically put down a tab for you, and at the end of your stay here, they will relieve you, or they will relinquish control of your ship back to you if you are able to pay off the docking fees. The docking fees, despite what you were expecting, are actually semi-reasonable. 20 gold pieces a day for your boat to remain where it currently is, and an infraction fee of 50 gold pieces per instance when the dock is required to be utilized by official government business, and by government they mean the family's business, and your boat is in the way.
Okay.
What was that number again?
20 for a day, 50 for infraction.
Okay.
Chekhov's gun says we should move the boat so we don't have to pay that.
Who did?
There's nowhere else to dock.
Shit.
You are told that you probably have it in your mind. Oh, we can just weigh anchor outside, and we'll just like maintain a position nearby. And what they say is that if you do that, they will see it as an act of aggression, and they will fire cannons from the location you're in, and a couple of other locations across Swordbreak to ensure that you either retreat or sink.
Yeah, monopoly on the parking industry.
I mean, they got to make their 20 gold pieces a day for a huge ass boat somehow. You fucking cheapskates. You're like, you got a big ass boat, and you're talking about, damn, 20 gold, steep. Look
It's a
down
lot
the
of money.
coffers, 30,000 gold sitting there.
The problem is the part that you framed as an infraction fee.
Like, could we move it? Do we get, like, a notice?
So, no, you do not. Basically, if they require the dock, they will not be able to use it, and therefore, they will have to charge you. Because, again, if they were going to be paying, or if it was worth it to them, it would only be worth 20 gold pieces a day for them.
But there's like a whole parking space, like
Yeah.
right there.
You're not wrong.
Right there.
You're not wrong.
They
Are
could
you-
use it.
Are you going over these minor, pointless
No.
contrivances
I was gonna
that
say-
you have regarding this system?
The gang argues parking for 30 minutes.
Right.
I mean, it's technically just Orlandis there.
Well,
True.
okay, does Orlandis want to discuss the ins and outs of the minutia of the boating?
You know what? I want to
I mean,
speak to a
if-
manager.
If we're being honest, I mean, parking regulations are at least a challenge rating 13.
The person who you're talking to throws down whatever they were holding, kind of like throws their hands out to the side and says, "That's me, B. I'm the manager. It's me."
He's too young to get that reference.
Okay.
Oh god, he's gone full Karen.
Racism. No.
No, I was doing a Dave Chappelle bit. Okay, it's not Dave Chappelle who's
He's-
doing the bit.
He's too
No,
young,
no.
John.
No, that's the Chappelle show. I know. I know. It's like the first episode.
Yeah, it's pretty close to it. And it's the guy from Half Baked who's the
The Spanish dude.
yeah. Anyway, are you gonna continue your conservative tirade, Karen?
Kevin.
That's too much. That's too many dollars to hold a boat the
You
size
know
of.
who I am.
Yeah,
boat-
he's gonna
the size of
he's
two
gonna ask
houses.
for the pardon veteran discount, some other thing.
We only give Parnan veteran
Is
discounts.
there like a parking pass I can buy at a discount?
We only give Parnan veteran discounts to people.
Do y'all take Lions Club vouchers?
Oh god, I've got a really funny bit. Let me just finish it. We only give Parnan veteran discounts to Parnans who have lost limbs.
I did
Sorry.
lose a limb.
No,
You
no,
didn't.
you didn't. 'Cause I'm a
Oh,
good
no, it's
surgeon,
still
I'm
there.
sorry.
It was saved.
he
It's
did
not
lose
too
it.
late.
He just saved
That's
it
right.
after that.
Shit.
And with that
Okay.
savings, you don't get a savings on this one. So
Average,
Alright.
though, he could have.
Yeah.
But
If
not
ever
anymore,
we're
'cause he also
alive.
has both limbs.
Well, he's also dead.
I genuinely hope this leads to you coming to the realization that putting your hands into things that you don't understand is a bad idea. It won't come to that. You will not realize that's the case. But here we are.
You're just making it sound like more fun for him, John.
Yeah,
I'm
that's
gonna
fair.
do it again.
I'm gonna shove it
Do
right
it
back
again.
in. I'm gonna shove it right back in.
That's why I have to get away from it.
I guess phrasing on that one was poor. I'm sorry.
Oh no.
Gonna fist that shit.
Don't make it weirder. I fucked up on accident. You
Jonah.
fucked up on purpose.
No.
Double fisting. No.
What did I just say?
I was hoping we were gonna get a spit take.
You're scaring my dog. God.
Because I took a big ass gulp. Yeah.
Come on.
Where'd I put the alcohol?
Dude.
So, okay, you pay nothing because you pay at the
Yeah.
end, and
Yeah,
that's it. You
yeah,
set
yeah.
up your position. The person who
Yeah.
walked by you, you didn't recognize them. They
Are
just
they
were a very
still-
strange individual. No, they do not stand around and wait for you. They've gone on
No, no,
their
no.
own business.
Are they? Can I see them though? Like, are they walking somewhere?
No, you went inside to handle your business, so that
That's
took a
fair.
while. That was not a okay. Well, all right, I got a boat out there. It was more of a taking your name, getting to know you, getting to find all about you, which gave the individual you saw plenty of time to escape.
Gotcha. Okay. So then I would, after we're done, I would like to go or head to the fancy place.
Okay, so I assume that you folks have kind of like a meetup in mind. I know that some of you have already kind of discussed convening at the tea place. So how would you like to kind of finish out the venues that you were in? Because there really wasn't much important stuff that I think I left anybody on. Unless you think there was, then we can go over it for sure. But I don't think we had any cliffhangers except for the, oh look, it's a weird looking cool guy.
And the mysterious Shadow Tower.
In a hidden casino.
Yeah, there's a mysterious shadow tower and a hidden casino. Correct.
Well, we don't know about the
Does-
shadow tower.
Does Hanil tell me more about Hadrian?
Just that he's one of the 7 masters of the sea.
Okay. Does she know more? Like, does she know all
He's
of their names?
ruthless. He originated hundreds of
No,
years
no, no.
ago.
Not specifically about him.
Oh,
The other 6. Like, could you tell me more about them?
Sure. Yeah, cool. It's like one of those fun like Oda scenes where it's like the silhouettes are like zooming in, getting zoomed in on, and then reveal who they are. Sure. Why
Yeah.
not? So the 7 masters. You already know the one that died. Then there's the Denisovin war leader. Nobody knows what her name is, other than she is very tall and wields a sword made out of orichalcum.
And it's the love of my life.
And for those of you who have played in the last game, you know what orichalcum is. For those of you who are newer and probably haven't messed around with it, in setting, as far as hardness scales and unbreakability levels go, orichalcum is the top titty. Like, it is the biggest of the bad metals. It is so indestructible that you have to have extremely specialized training to be able to even work it. And it looks, based on the description of the Denisovin war leader's weapon, it looks like it was done, but crudely so. It is not as refined a technique in smithing as dwarves might have. Hadrian, Hadrian is known as the Worm's Bandit. Hadrian is also known as two of a kind. Hadrian is also known as a brigand, a bit of a thug, a bit of a kind of individual who's willing to do whatever they can to get what they want. He has a ship that is known. The name of that ship is Older Brother's Gift.
Well on the nose.
It'll make a lot more sense when you get to know him. He is always seen, or is very well known to be seen, wearing the most gaudy looking necklace. And the necklace's medallion has the symbol of Ashmedea upon it, known by some as the Demon Prince of Greed. And yeah, then Iron Ann Bonny, who we've discussed a couple of times lore-wise. She is a very ancient old, like, third era before the Covenant of the Ascended old pirate who has two demon hands that she has put upon herself, and they apparently have made her like the Tanari that are imbued in them. Jiro is the name of the individual who is the blade of the Shiniguro Kengo. The Kengo is a mysterious criminal society that exists nationally, or not internationally. It's not. They exist within the continent of ENA. There's other continents, but they exist primarily in ENA. And there are 13 head leaders. One of them is a person named Jiro, who is said to have a fleet of ships present around Penford. He is known to Bravik as being a bit of a cruel leader. He's also known as the Smiling One. He is also especially fond of an assassin's technique known as a Huli's necktie, or a Huli's smile. A Huli being kind of an ancient monk who formulated the Huli Ruksui, which is kind of like, again, very loose comparison, but the easiest way to relate information quickly is by comparison. It's like campaign version of Buddhism. It's not like Buddhism. It has its differences, but that's the easiest way I can kind of relay it to you.
Okay.
But a Huli smile is a slice on the neck from ear to ear, and a Huli necktie is the same thing, but pulling their tongue out of that hole.
Yeah.
Reuben is the master, or the war magier of the conglomerate, and has a fleet of ships and a fleet of airships that bandy about the area fighting the Denisovins. And the captain is a mysterious figure who is a tabaxi, who we discussed, and everybody was like, vampire. That's about it.
Okay.
Oh, and the dead guy. Yeah,
The whole group's just gonna see any cat person and be like, vampire!
Bump you.
The tea. He got the teeth.
They got the teeps.
He got the teeth.
All right. So, were you meeting up, or do you have other engagements you wish to kind of steer towards?
I'll meet up with the homies at the fancy place.
Oh, so we are meeting at the fancy place.
Wait, Mosey, do you want to meet up at the fancy place? Do you want to go investigate this
Promenade
casino?
is so cool.
What mysterious shadow building, though?
Casino.
Casino. Okay, like casino. Let's go casino.
We
But,
can do both. Probably.
Maybe.
You can do whatever you want. This
We'll
city has a
send
bunch
we'll
of shit
send you a
happening.
message. We'll send you a
Yeah.
messenger. We'll carrier pigeon. We're gonna go to casino. Bye. Be back
I
in
guess
3
we'll
days.
rejoin them at the fancy tea place then.
Okay. Hey, was that discussed? Like, I just want to make sure that that's clear.
I don't
'cause-
think it was discussed.
Okay.
It
You just know that
wasn't.
they're probably there since you.
Well,
Yeah,
we didn't
they
discuss it. Well,
Told
there
us
you go.
that.
Orlandus just gravitates towards the fancy place.
Great. And you're probably going to arrive there well before they finish their food and beverage. So, Astrogoth and the Blothild family and Castia are present when you arrive. You're able to kind of walk out onto the deck where they're located, which is on the outside there. And you're not accosted by anybody. You're allowed to kind of just walk over and sit. As they said, they potentially had others coming to meet.
Okay.
But the turmoil
Um,
of the weird tower has already happened. It's no longer like prescient or like being brought up, and the server's just serving you.
Okay.
If I look
And
over
you-
there, do I still see the shimmer from time to time, or is it gone now?
Are you getting up and leaving your table?
I'm asking if I look at it from here, do I still see it sporadically, or
No, it seems to kind of fade away. It's like no longer really happening.
Was the special like a tuna?
I don't remember. I made it in chat. I made it up on the fly. Yeah, sure. Why not?
The great tuna fish.
it's a nice Sahagin fillet?
Yes, they cook sentient creatures.
I'll go with the Sahagan fillet.
Now we know they're evil. Let's give us carte blanche in destroying their entire establishment.
Fish people, eat them.
No.
So yeah, you order your food. You're sitting with your group. They, I believe, were going to talk to you.
Did they say how long it would take to fix up the boat?
Did they?
Yeah, they should have it done in a couple of days.
It will be done in a couple of days. Is that the right accent?
I'll
Yeah.
allow it. I mean, it looks like there's plenty of things to do in the city. There's a magic tower over there.
There isn't.
There was.
Castia, that is a hole in the ground.
You don't even see the hole in the ground.
Look, there was a
Yeah,
bunch of buildings
I
in
know
the way.
that. I know
Oh,
it's
okay.
not there, but it was kind of there. Server saw it. No,
Castia, is this one of those visions that you were having before?
I don't know. I mean, it was green.
It was green? The building? Huh.
Nothing. I thought Chad. You shall not have it. I'm so sorry. My world is not immersive. I have failed you, Chandler. I'm so sorry.
They have a daily, very specific menu that happens just based on what they can fish out of the water.
Today was the Hagen.
Yeah. It was definitely
You're not eating
a leek soup.
sentient beings. The
It's not sentient if it's dead.
Not this game.
No. Okay, so I typically go off of what is good and what is evil, off of a very narrow scope, because obviously, like, rationalizing good and rationalizing evil, go ahead, okay? If you want to say this action's good, great. If you want to say this action's evil, whatever. However, there are baseline assumptions for the setting that are determined by 2 books. The Book of Vile Darkness and the Book of Exalted Deeds. And those were written for 3rd edition and sort of kind of for 4th edition, and the rules are basically the same. Don't communicate with fiends. Don't do a lot of the bad stuff that's in, typical religious kind of mentalities. And another one is don't eat sentient creatures. The corpses of sentient creatures.
So Jonah's ordering the dragon turtle ceviche instead. Okay, that's fine.
Are also
I have a question. Since we're pirates, right?
You are.
Doesn't that make the rules suggestions?
Yeah, well, you're actually privateers, so that's up to you.
So pirates, though.
Live your
right?
life. You do you.
Tears.
I don't think you understand, though. I'm not saying that you can't eat soggen. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is that they don't serve it here.
Oh, okay. Okay. Would it be at the underground casino?
Oh my god.
You'll have to find it to find out. Somebody mute his mic.
So that we can move on from eating sentient creatures. Once the meal is over, Castian will go over to the hole in the ground to see if anything changes when she gets close.
Sure. So as you approach it, you see something floating at about like person level off in the middle of the hole. To you, it looks like a mass, cluster of kind of white mists kind of emanating outwards and then dissipating into nothing. Anyone who's with Castia doesn't see that.
What is that?
Who's with you?
Nobody.
Whoever
said
one. Yeah, I mean, like.
I mean, Orlando's got there late, so he's probably still eating.
Does it seem like the same kind of mist that was coming out of the tree in the Tabaxi Manor, or is it just general mistiness?
Kind of. However, they're a bit more solid. And you have religion trained, so go ahead and make a religion check for me. Let me know what you got. I've got it.
So I find my character sheet.
I won this whole cat.
That's a nice cat.
That's not the soupy baby. Where's the soupy baby?
He's in the cabinet, which is why this guy's hanging out up here.
Yeah.
He's actually,
That's a good boy.
you can see his head is angled down this way. He's looking at him.
Oh, because he wants to be there.
But hold on.
Just a 13.
I don't know if purring came through or not, but I tried. 13. So yeah, you feel like it has something to do with death or life, but you aren't sure what. But again, you're the only one who can see this anomaly that seems to be kind of present.
When you say it's like person height, is it person height from me standing on the ground, but it's, it's floating in the center of the space, so it's much higher up if I were to try to approach it?
It is parallel to you on a horizontal line, but it is vertically above the hole.
If you're standing here, it's right there. But if you're standing here,
no, it remains where it's at. It doesn't move at all. It's just floating out above the hole, dead center, and it's floating so that if you're standing on the edge looking in, it's about your height. So it's not higher than you are, it's not lower than you are. It's just above the hole.
If I reach out and try to touch the space where I saw the tower before, is there anything physically tangible there for me?
Just air.
And if I try to step onto one of the ledges,
You can definitely feel that you will
Okay.
fall into the hole if you do that.
okay, it looked
Before
like it
falling
was.
into the hole.
It looks like it were steps down. I just meant if I
Oh,
could
they're
step
not so
into that
much.
space.
They're not so much. They're not so much steps. If you look at it pretty closely, it's kind of actually, very strangely, functions as like a water courser. Like it brings the water down into the center, and you can actually see that there is water down at the basin. It seems to have been repurposed as a water collection source.
Water.
I'll go back to the group to share what I saw and how it is somewhat similar to the mists from the manor. But I didn't touch it because I didn't want to cause another, earthquake that caused most of a city to fall into the earth.
Yeah, they might be able to pin it on us if we're at both places when it happens.
And that would be the second time a party came into Swordbreak and fucked up.
True. I watched it.
It happened. So, if you reconvene back at the restaurant, Cassia, and relay your findings, Orlandis and Astrogoth, you are welcome to do what you want with that. Blothild says, I kind of want to check out the promenade. I think I'm going to go check it out with the kids. See if there's anything we can buy that might make the traveling by sea a little better for them. Maybe there's an apothecary or something around here that might help with that. I'll reconvene with you back at the boat, gesturing towards Orlandis.
It doesn't nod.
Okay.
Do you need spending money?
We're good. We got the money you passed through Lose. And I just realized Lose is in the wrong spot. How the hell did that
What?
happen?
Oh, I was.
Yeah, people got switched around again.
My bad.
Not your fault. Okay. So they leave, leaving Orlandis, Astrogoth, and Castia.
Was it our party that spoke or got information about like oh, I guess not. Never mind. I can't remember.
What? Are you talking about
No.
like the criminal stuff that we got?
No, the halfling stuff. Like we know that the halflings they guard like that
Yeah,
area.
that was Raverick and I.
There's a Fey line
Okay.
to the south, yeah.
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 Bayline to the south.
Which was kind of just broadly mentioned by the port workers.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And then there was a the
There was
house there that was being built.
Yeah.
And then they had to take it down. And then there's a city underneath the city that they just kind of like built on top of. And then the Meziers Tower a month ago had appeared, and then the people who did it aided halflings, and then made the tower disappear again.
Yeah.
And then there was the Apple Eaters are rumored to have a hidden casino in the forest to the north. And then I have Gullivan owns the Skyports, old conglomerate Skyports.
And then there was House Haveth.
Mm-hmm.
They owned the Antique Rest and a few other holdings
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
on the southern half. There wasn't like anyone that could give us general information who runs the place, right?
There isn't anyone who generally runs it. It's the houses that run it.
That's right. Okay.
Yeah. And the two that we have are Havrith and Gullivan right now.
Okay. Okay.
But it's like, and their houses aren't noble houses, they're merchant houses.
Yeah. All right. I mean, I guess if everyone's gonna be at the promenade, we could go too.
Vravik and Lose are like walking there. Walk into the
Like,
tea
we're,
house.
we're going the long way around this way, and they're coming up to me. We just get over there. Where the fuck they at?
We'll
We
meet
have
up
our
in the
like
middle.
shish kebabs and skewers that we got.
Just taking a nice leisurely stroll.
We're gonna meet up in the halfway point.
So do we just want to like meet up in front of the lodge then?
Yeah,
Or
why not?
just
Let's meet up like right here. Right there.
that's where I was clicking.
Okay, my bad. Right there. Yeah. You got it.
Okay. So you meet up.
Castia,
Oh, you find anything?
Castia, tell them of the building.
Yeah, there's I saw a building over there, but now there's like a misty orb floating there, and it's like the mist that was coming out of the tree in the manor. Um,
Back in Cardin.
Yeah.
Not- That's odd. Which building was it?
It was over by the restaurant. I think there was supposed to be a tower there. There's not a tower.
Oh, the old Megiers Tower. We
Yeah,
heard about that one. It's gone though.
kind of.
Kind of.
Definitely didn't look like it was there for me.
I could see I could kind of see it there, like in and out, but there was just mist coming out of it.
It sounds like some magic things that I don't know anything about.
I did not touch it because I did not want to cause another earthquake.
Well, that's probably smart. Did you want to check it out? Or I heard something about a casino. Sounds like fun.
I think both would be a gamble.
Get out of here.
Wow.
Rugged face palms.
How fucking dare you come from my job? Yeah. It would be a gamble.
They're also charging us for being in the port, 20 gold a day. And if there is important business coming through, then we will also get fined 50 gold if they cannot use the port.
Well, let's hope there's no important business going through while we're getting the ship fixed.
And we cannot move the boat on the outskirts of the waters because they will fire upon us.
Friendly folk they are.
Indeed.
Well, how long is it gonna take to fix the ship?
It should be a couple of days.
Well, that's not too bad.
Well, we have at the very least, we have a couple of days to rest, recuperate, buy munitions, what have you.
I think given the last time that I came near that kind of mist, that scary man threatened me, I think I would prefer to stay away from it and just get to Penford.
I want to know more about this town in Penford before we go. Maybe there is someone willing to sell information.
I'm sure they have a library too.
Could we go into the Trade Bureau to maybe see if they can tell us more about the buildings here?
Do what you want.
Or the area?
Again,
Okay.
don't ask me if, just do. Yeah,
Okay.
I will respond better.
I got you. I want to go into the Trade Bureau and
Okay.
try to get more information on Swordbreak.
Sure. It's we're the first individuals, new guests that come by to meet. We are ready to answer your questions. What are you looking for in Swordbreak?
Well, is there a form of either library or a information broker for
There
the area?
I don't exactly know what you mean by information broker. I'm dispensing information to you, but I don't believe that if you mean something more illicit, we haven't.
No, no, no.
We don't have anything like that happening in Swordbreak.
Well, we
There
are.
are a number of different repositories of knowledge present within Swordbreak.
Mhm.
There once were more, but some of those repositories have been outlawed and some of them have been removed. However, the ones that currently remain that would be accessible to a commoner like yourself, I would say the Shrine of Atavius has a supplement of knowledge present within its holds. I know that the Temple of Alowain also has some texts. And lastly, I believe the Temple of Past Honors has some histories regarding those entombed within,
Mm.
or entombed around or within.
And may I ask why some of the repositories have been taken down or destroyed?
You can ask, but I'm not allowed to answer.
Mm. Well, and the houses, the merchant houses that I guess, for lack of a better word, rule this town. Who are they?
Well, they moderate. They don't rule. Very different. They try to make sure that everybody within Swordbreak is given a fair and honest deal regarding the land and properties that they hold and have. There are three um, primary houses, but a total of 5 houses and one grouping of peoples who are also um, entitled to specific moderation decisions regarding what's right for the land and for the people thereon. There's House
Like a
Masur.
senate?
No, more like a just coordination of individuals who agree that it's better to work together than not.
Oh, okay.
I understand being a Parnin, it's very important for you to quantify things as being orderly and structured with your duchies and your counties and the like. But no, it's more or less just a grouping of individuals who moderate what happens in the town and help those who have land here to make best decisions with the land that they have available to them. So the 5 houses, as they are known: House Masur, House Volashin, House Golovin, House Havath, and oh my god, the 5th house is always the one that I don't remember because they don't actually have a building.
House Masur, House Habeth, House
Golovin,
Golden,
House Havath. Did you get the 5th
and
one?
no.
Oh, I found it. Borgursk. If you need help spelling that one, I got it posted there.
Please, okay.
Sounds like burgers.
Yeah, they got Borgers coming. They will eat them for freeze.
So Masur, Haveth, Gullivan, Borgursk, and what was the other one?
That was it.
No,
There's
there's
5.
5.
There's 5.
No, I only named 4. 1, 2.
Mashur, Havoc, Gullivan, Haveth, and Borgurst.
I got you. Hold on. And of course, the one I already posted.
Bullshit. Okay.
And just to make sure that the people in the chat aren't confused, just go ahead and post those there.
I
Oh, it's because you
completely.
set him out of order.
Butchered the spelling on all of them.
Yeah, no, for sure that happens in a Swordbreak campaign setting. Probably more like you spelled it right, and I went with it. I made it happen.
Giving them millennial baby names.
They all have millennial baby names.
Okay. Alright. Alright, so those are the houses that quote unquote moderate.
They certainly don't rule.
But we would we
Makes
could
sense.
get could we get information on them based on where we visit? Like will the information be different?
Are you asking this person, or are you asking me as a DM? Because I, as a DM, don't want to give you any information. I'm trying to have the
That's fair.
Role
Okay.
play it. Role play it.
So all of the information that I could gather at the repositories, they would be the same, or would they be different in some context?
I don't understand your question. The only thing I could suggest for you to sort that fear out for yourself would be to go and do your own research.
Well, I thank you. And then he's gonna go.
Okay.
He's gonna read. He's gonna read
Gonna
a
go
book.
read. Oh!
Fine, I will.
Wait,
Um,
what's your again?
I kind of want to go to the Temple of Past Honors.
Oh, Tom, that scared me. What the hell that was?
Okay. Temple of Past Honors.
Yeah.
That's one
Where's
person.
that on the map?
So that will be number 6. It's the very bottom right corner of the map.
Oh, where the halflings rule?
Nope. Next to it.
Okay. Are they gonna let me pass through though?
You don't have to pass through their lands to get to it.
Yeah, you can pass
Oh,
through
okay.
the.
You
Run
do
down
have
the
to
area.
pass through the Lich Gate to get to it.
Okay.
Ooh.
The Lich Gate. That doesn't sound good.
Lich Gate's just an old timey word that means door to a cemetery.
Okay. That's fancy.
It sounds real cool though.
I'm gonna use that whenever I go to a graveyard now.
Sure.
I gotta go past the Lich Gate.
You go see,
Grandpa.
yeah, Grandpa.
Sir, it's 3 o'clock in the morning. What are you doing? I'm passing the Lich Gate.
If you're the gatekeeper, does that make you the Lich King?
The Lich Keeper.
Lich Keeper.
So Orlandus wants to go to the Temple of Past Honors. Do you
Okay.
guys want to go to the other two?
No. Rather
Okay.
put the omelet aside and talk about the crates marked with the. What was it? They're on the dock.
I'll come along.
Shit, I wrote that down.
The band.
I think it was
Bandit
Yeah.
King, yeah.
Yeah.
the Bandit King stuff.
Mhm. That's not the right page. There's the right page.
I feel like Lose and Castia and Astrogoth should find that underground casino.
On our own?
I think you guys would be really good at that. I think Orlandus would drag you down.
Correction, it's in the northern forest, not underground.
Alright, we'll have.
Oh, Northern Forest.
Yeah. So we'd have that up.
I mean, if you want me to go spelunking, I can go spelunking in the city, but
You can do that?
Yeah. Because
Big
it's a
opening.
city built on top of a city. You
That's
can
true.
go spelunking underneath.
As a bard, I'm pretty good at getting into holes, so it makes sense I should go.
Why is
Ooh.
I
is
expected it, but I
like
didn't
that?
expect it at the same time. Good job. Good job.
Yeah, we can go
Look at
spelunking
John's
after we go
face.
spelunking.
Keep circling back.
Bravik, so you would know that the king of bandits, or the bandit lord, the master of the bandit city, keeper of the bridge, is known as Antwain the Oathbreaker. Antwain the Oathbreaker rules in the city of Penford, specifically on the Celestorm Bridge. So Penford is a very massive city. We're going to switch back to the big map for just a second. I have not drawn Penford, so much to say. When we get to it, it will very much be done in kind of a the map you're on is like the region you're in kind of situation. It's a number of cities compiled together. Actually, it's the metropolis. But as you can see, this southern island here, this portion here, is a part of the city, and there are these bridges that kind of run down to it. The last of those bridges is the Celestorm Bridge. And
Salu Storm.
Sales Storm.
Thank you.
No problem. And so yeah, it's a multi-sectional span that the Celestorm Bridge is the main bulk of it. And it itself is actually not just one bridge, it's multiple bridges that kind of go over the course of a massive river. Like the widest river you can think of, it's probably got it by a mile.
Damn.
And it's where all the banditry that happens. It also helps protect the city from outside invaders, but it also kind of rules itself and is self-moderated, whereas Penford, is kind of subject to their allowances when it comes to on-the-ground trade, because nowhere else nowhere else that you are aware of is accessible, because all the gates have been shuttered because of the Aeonian riders. They are under siege, technically. But yeah, Antwain the Oathbreaker.
And the crates and stuff, they're all on the dock. Does it look like they were delivered or they're getting ready to ship?
Again, you don't know for certain. If you want to try and kind of peruse around and ask about it, you can go ahead and make a persuasion check to see if you can't root that information out without kind of drawing too much attention to yourself. Yeah, sufficient, 23. So you're able to kind of get in, talk to some people kind of idly, not kind of forcing any conversations or being overbearing with your inquiries. It would seem that these are on their way out. They will be heading to Penford, and they will be maneuvering through the western kind of area, which, if you recall, in our last discourse, we had mentioned that she was able, by she I mean Hunild, was able to kind of learn that this area here, the mouth of Bridger, is basically infested with pirates. And the reason why it's called the mouth of Bridger is you see that massive fucking bridge?
Yeah.
That's a town too, and it's called Bridger.
Whoa.
How big is that?
It's about
One bridge large.
one bridge large. Yeah, that's accurate. Technically, it's somewhere in the vicinity of 5 miles wide span.
Nice.
But on the map, it only shows like the one section of it that's really kind of towny.
Yeah.
It's another Specu map.
I like that one.
I'm not going to put frogs on it ever, but the variant is there if I ever choose to.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll move us back to Swordbreak map. And, yeah, that's the information you're able to kind of glean so far, as I say. Based on that, Bravik, it sounds like you're kind of going on operations of gathering information. Is that right?
Yeah.
Cool. And then, Jonah, you had said that you're heading south towards the Temple of Past Honors, right?
Yes.
Castia, Astrogoth, and Lose, we're still kind of figuring out where you're going. It did sound like Astrogoth wanted to go into a deep, dank, wet hole. But I assume that's just like a barge, just like static position, right? Am I right?
I'm
Like
not big.
that's
whatever.
neutral.
This is neutral. Not in draft yet.
I mean, I was either try to investigate the casino or go with Orlandis to check out the temple and see if there's any sort of motivation I could find.
Your choice. You pick.
Let's go look for the casino.
Okay, cool. Go ahead and make a persuasion check yourself as you try and gather some information. Meanwhile, Cassia, Lose.
Casino, casino.
Okay, so you are with Astrogoth. Is that a fair?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and then Lose.
Do I need to make a roll? Or...
No, absolutely not.
Just making sure.
I mean, I managed to get us tickets to a whorehouse. Why wouldn't I be able to get us into a casino?
You right.
It wasn't a whorehouse. It was a Lady of the Night house.
Yeah, don't
They're very
denigrate.
respectful.
I'm sorry. I believe the technical term was den of
Sex work is work.
Did it cut it off? Did it cut him
It
off?
did.
I did that on purpose.
Oh, it said you can't say shit about sex workers. But yeah, that's fine. So the three of you together, you're kind of talking, and Astrogoth, you're a smart enough cookie to realize that as you're trying to find out the casino, some people are kind of like aware of it and seem to be talking about it with no real knowledge of it. And then some people are very clearly withholding information about it as you talk. You'd also notice that after a fashion of trying to gather information about this casino, you start to notice that you see more and more often people with kind of like red scarves and red hoods kind of just popping up here and there, kind of looking in your group's direction.
Oh yes, the people who work with the casino. That's exactly whose attention I wanted to get.
Do you try and walk over to one of them and talk to them?
Just
Use the billowing effect.
Oh, it's about time I found you guys.
Just walk over.
Um,
Casually. These two guys kind of like look at each other confused and then look back at you like,
haven't you heard?
I haven't. What should I have heard?
I'm the new musician for this place that I can't find.
That can't be so. I don't think. Looks over.
All right, well, I guess if I'm late, that's on them, and I'll just turn around and walk away.
Looks over to the other guy, and they're like seeming to have a discourse amongst themselves. So if the other two kind of linger for a bit, it looks like he's about to say something, but doesn't say it because the other guy kind of looks at him, like sternly, and then Astrogoth kind of does the, kerfuffle, and
Okay,
then,
bye.
yeah, those two kind of seem to be kind of ready to talk to each other, unless you, Cassian, and you, Lose, stick around. If you're going after Astrogoth, then that's fine. If not, that's fine too.
Yeah, I'll blindly follow him.
I gotta follow. Kind
Keep,
of like
keep posting these
that, like,
One Piece
stall.
pictures. I don't know what they are.
That's Nami, and she is going to a casino, if I
Yeah,
understand.
it's from the One Piece Gold movie.
Yeah.
Robin and Frankie in the background.
Out of context, it's a woman who's very happy about being peed on. That's what the gift's about, right?
No, she realized that the gold flakes,
Our gold.
like, are gold, like real gold, and not just confetti.
Super!
Anyways,
Super.
super.
Way to call her out for being a dork, Zach. Jeez, rude.
Look, this is
I
the
don't
third
know.
time today.
All I know is that there's a clown somewhere, so...
I won't post pictures of Buggy. Nora
is
sees her
Buggy?
down.
Unless you anger her.
She won't post them here. She'll just save them
I
to a
won't post
file
them
she
here.
has on her desktop.
I'm
Or-
afraid to
Oh,
go in
that's
any
your
other
life.
channel.
She's
because
gonna have them ready for the one day you make her mad. She's
no.
No.
She's saving them for something else. She and all women like her love Buggy and are weird about it.
Wife loves Buggy too.
Yeah, I know. Okay. Fuck you.
You've seen the folder.
It's just TikTok.
I kind of want to see the
TikTok.
folder.
I want to see this folder now. I'm like,
No,
hold
there's
on.
no
Can't show it.
folder.
Can't show it.
It's a joke.
And apparently Chandler was also aroused by live action Buggy, so that's great too. Good to
I
know.
mean,
I'm sorry I
kinda
started
hot.
this.
It is your fault. You could have just let the gift ride.
Kinda hot. Not gonna lie.
Okay.
Buggy? Yeah.
Real
So
life buggy, yeah.
you're pretty sure that your feint here, Astrogoth, did not result in kind of like a wait, kind of situation. It doesn't seem that like came off correctly. But I do want to make sure that I give you all fair opportunity here. Make an intimidation check because that's kind of what you were trying to do. One of them might be susceptible to it, the other one not so much.
No, I'm really good at intimidation, but I know this is Astrogoth.
Oh, I want to do persuasion, but I guess I'll do intimidation.
You're not trying to talk them into something, you're trying to threaten them here. Yeah.
Oh.
No.
They definitely kind of just let
Buddy.
you wander off. No words are kind of thrown back after you.
Damn, that usually works.
Say to the two ladies as you
They
walk
they just don't know how talented you are. Maybe you should have
Probably.
duded them.
Maybe you could play here in town and attract their interest. Get us in that way.
Maybe, but
I
they have
wouldn't mind
their
gambling a bit.
eyes on us now, so they're gonna be they're gonna be watching us. So usually that works. Now they're just confused, and that means they're probably gonna ask someone, which means they're gonna definitely know that something is up.
Oh, you're right. Well, I guess we're not spending money here. Except at the kebab place. That was a really good place.
I do like a kebab.
Okay. So meanwhile, down south, you make it to the southern side of the town. You pass through a section of town that is not quite as well kept as some of the newer buildings towards where you've been. A lot of this territory, kind of below the Halfling Hill, seems to kind of be in disrepair. Some of the buildings look like they still have people in them, but some of the buildings look like they might be abandoned as well. You pass by them. There's still quite a bit of a busy, active kind of presence here. It looks like most of the traffic in this section of town has to do with the stone bridges that lead across to the island there with a very massive resort-looking building, but also have to do with ships that kind of maneuver around the waterways towards the equally kind of dilapidated-looking buildings, kind of to the east of the Shrine of Atavius.
Okay.
That said, you maneuver up to a hill, and there is a staircase that leads up to a massive gate. The gate, you're not there yet. You're still
sorry.
back here.
Sorry.
The
Okay.
gate is shut, closed off. There are a bunch of signs, but it looks like they're kind of all in disrepair. And there's an old guy who looks like he's got a tin cup, and he's sitting on a kind of thick, matted-looking blanket for comfort on the kind of cobblestone there. But yeah, his back is kind of leaned against this building here. And he kind of looks up at you and says, "Oh, someone, cling, 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 cling."
Orlandis will drop a gold in it.
Oh, thank you very much. What are you? Why are you over here? Not many people besides pilgrims pass this way.
Well, I have come to for knowledge in the temple. Is that still uh, accessible?
No. Well, you could just walk through, but I don't believe that anyone is really allowed entry. Technically, I'm supposed to turn people away, but my last try at that didn't play very well. If you wish to enter, I cannot stop you.
Could I ask if you turn a blind eye?
Kind of a rude term of phrase. He says as you kind of notice that his eyes are kind of milky white. And
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I did not mean that like that.
ableist son of a bitch.
From the last campaign, Five Finger Freddy is cursing the shit out of you right now.
Jesus Christ! What I mean is, could you forget that I was here?
No.
Oh,
I'm really good at remembering things, especially rare occurrences when people talk to me and throw in what sounds like probably a gold or silver, which is pretty good money, to be completely honest.
I'm just gonna drop 10 more gold just so he could play
No, I'm
along.
really never going to forget this. This is life changing.
Just do not mention that
Gives him a
I was
smile.
here if anyone
Like,
asks.
don't remember.
I'm gonna
What?
tell everybody how
Here's
kind
a
you were to me.
car, here's a house.
If I were capable, I'd climb onto this very roof and yell your name, which I haven't actually gotten yet, from the rooftop. What is your name?
Jesus.
Your name's Jesus? No wonder you're being so gracious. Can you heal my blindness?
Yeah, just tell him your name's Octavius. It'll be fine.
He said Jesus under his breath. Your name's Jesus?
Yeah, follow the
No,
line.
my name is Orlandis Baitias Aller.
Say my name.
Just rest easy. And I'm just going to look at some books.
Okay.
He's gonna just walk past him.
Sure, yeah. You walk up to the gate. The gate is shut.
Let me go back
And
to
it looks
work.
like it is wrapped, like, shut with chains. But it doesn't
Shit.
look like there's any locking mechanism on the chains. So you could very kind of easily maneuver the chains off of the bars and push the doors open.
Okay. Can I close it behind me so it looks like it wasn't disturbed?
Absolutely a thing. It will look like it is closed again.
Okay. Alright, go.
Whether it's disturbed or not is really determined on, like, who's looking, I guess.
Okay. Yeah, I'll continue on my way to the temple.
Makes sense.
Right there.
Okay. So you make your way up to the temple. The temple is open air, kind of just an open space. There's no visible doors. It does look like there are hinges for doors, but it looks like it's been kind of, the doors have been pushed in such a fashion to kind of leave them kind of open and invisible to you. But as you're passing through, you notice that there are graves upon graves present here. It looks like some of these gravestones look like they're just like thrown down onto the ground or on top of other gravestones. And the presumption is that multiple people have been kind of buried in the same spot. It definitely looks like a very haphazard circumstance. But it notes that these are all heroes. Each of the gravestones says name, hero. And some of the markers are kind of like, very clear indicators of followers of Octavius. Some of them, like the circles with the kind of the cross there, are clear indicators of ash tar, of good, and there's also some people who are champions of light. But yeah, as you kind of maneuver through, there are some statues of angels. There is one kind of clearly noted kind of mausoleum structure. However, it looks like the door has been blocked due to the fact that gravestones were kind of put out in front of it. So there's like, larger kind of broken gravestones kind of where a door would be.
Okay.
And yeah, you're able to maneuver through the graveyard without issue. Looking into the building itself, once you ascend the steps, you will see that it is filled with kind of a shadowiness. There appear to be candles lit inside of the space. And at the far end of the hall, there's a large-ish looking humanoid figure kind of seated or kneeling facing the door. And all you can see of the creature, besides the kind of tattered robes it's wearing, is what appears to be kind of a lupine-looking face extending out of the hood of the garb that he's wearing.
Hold on. Make sure. Okay. Excuse me.
It doesn't look up at you. It just kind of breathes aloud, like a loud sigh. What?
Could you help me find information about this place?
No.
Okay.
Working in retail.
Mood.
You were not
Every
invited.
employee.
You foisted yourself upon me, and you expect me to engage with you charitably? I think not. Leave.
Before
I make you leave.
could I help you instead then?
You see a dagger slowly slipping out, being held by like black clawed hands, and the dagger
Yeah.
looks like it's made out of obsidian.
Alright, I'm gonna start hoisting my shield up just to get ready, just in case. I'm not here for a fight, but I will defend myself. I come in the pursuit of knowledge. That is it.
The dagger slips back into the coat. You've put forward your request, and I have denied it. If you do not truly wish a fight, then be gone. There is nothing for you here but death.
May I ask why?
I am not your god. I am not your creator. You can ask, but I do not have the answer.
Do you protect this site?
Just kind of like grits his teeth and kind of like bears them very plainly in response with like a low growl.
Can you tell me of the heroes?
Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and have you roll initiative.
Okay.
Bear with me here.
Let me know when turn tracker's up.
There it is.
Okay.
It's a solid roll. Who was
That's
with you?
not right. That's not right.
Who went with you?
No one, just me.
Oh, great. Cool.
Yeah, reroll it. Okay, that's pretty good.
Word fight!
Bear with me here.
Who let him go alone?
All right.
Oh, That's a great question.
Honestly, you're supposed to be basic. What the hell?
Usually, Losey's the one who goes with it. But casino.
A casino.
Casino
That
is
sounds-
cool.
You are not.
To be fair,
Money.
I had two accessible options. I chose the one that was way off the dirt path. This is kind of my fault.
And then he kept asking questions.
That's also true.
Gave you 6 mornings leave. No. But tell me no or else. Please, no.
I feel like this is a quest worth doing.
That's fair.
Where? Knowledge. Knowledge is power.
Knowledge is power.
Maybe
Why?
he thinks I don't know, man. We're just gonna find out.
Fuck around, find out.
Exactly. We have fucked around, now we're gonna find out.
What do you mean, we?
By
This was literally
The royal we.
"Rawr,
Well, the
I'm gonna
whole
get
town's
angry if
gonna
you ask me
general scream
questions."
here in a minute, right?
It's literally "Rawr, I'm gonna be angry if you ask me more questions." Are you really gonna get angry with me if I ask you more questions?
What qualifies as a question?
I'm warning you. Is it a real warning though?
So one initiative is rolled. Several things happen. I will not be using Battlefront Shift though. I will be using Analyze.
Okay.
Um,
Whatever thing you point to. Oh no, that's not true. Go ahead. Tell me which one you want to analyze.
Armor class and current hit points.
Armor class. Yours is what?
21
Yeah.
with
lower,
shield up. And then the current hit points mine is 87.
Higher.
Okay.
Oof.
Brandishes the dagger is, by the way, a part of what kind of spurred the initiative roll. I just want to make sure that's clear.
Yeah.
Okay. And kind of like put that hand, the other hand, kind of forward, almost kind of in a quadrupedal kind of fashion to start moving towards you. So
Okay.
your initiative.
I don't want to fucking fight, but I have done this to myself.
I believe in you.
I'm gonna pull out the sword, the Searing Death, and I'm gonna light it. And is it an action to light it?
No, it's a bonus action.
Okay, so bonus action light, and then I'm gonna try to calm him down a little bit. This is a place of learning, is it not? Why do you attack?
Okay.
And then that's it.
He will rush forward, kind of moving across the ground in a like dog-like fashion. It seems that he kind of dashes forward towards you. As he gets close and kind of like rears his head upwards, you see bright white teeth kind of flash in front of your eyes, kind of snap closed directly in front of your face. Go ahead and make me an insight check.
Okay. 16.
Okay. You do not see the feint for its intent, but you feel the repercussions as his dagger stabs you in the gut, in between the plates of your armor. You take 27 points of damage from the first attack. And you see him then with his second attack push, kind of lifting you like up with the dagger a bit, and then kind of using his other arm to kind of shuffle you off the dagger. Go ahead and make a contested athletics, or you can make an acrobatics check to contest the shove. I got a 27 on my check. Pushes you, you fly back 15 feet and kind of roll down the stairs, kind of hitting on the ground. 5, 10, 15, correct. Once you hit there and kind of look up at him, you can see that inside of the hood, like the tattered robes that he's wearing, inside the hood, there's kind of this very just wizened looking kind of lupine face of a Kennelborn, lupine Kennelborn, kind of staring down at you with just bright green eyes. And as he's kind of like moving the dagger about, you can see that it is made completely out of obsidian, and it has your blood dripping from it. And he says, "This is not a place of knowledge. This is a place of honoring the dead heroes. If you wish to be heroic, then be prepared to settle here eternally."
Okay.
Your
Okay.
initiative.
It's my turn. So he's gonna stand back up, and then he's gonna say, "Fine, heroic cities," and then he's gonna walk up and attempt to hit him.
Okay.
Right there. There he does. Oh, can I use my inspiration?
If you have inspiration, sure.
That much. However that much is.
Okay. He'll use his reaction to have it.
Okay. And then I'm also going to do a shove.
Mhm. As a
16.
bonus action, you mean?
Yeah.
Okay. He'll use an acrobatics check. 21.
Damn. Okay, that's my turn.
All right. He will, as a bonus action, disengage. You see him jump backwards, kind of flip feet over, like, his head, kind of landing gracefully a distance away from you. It's almost kind of strange how he moves. He seems to move like the cloak was just thrown into the wind and kind of flutters through the air and then lands with the dog kind of like dropping down onto all fours, the dagger kind of screeching across the stone. The second he hits there, he lifts the dagger up and throws it out like this, like he's going to toss it at you, but seems to hold on to the blade, and in doing so, you watch a ghostly version of the dagger fly out towards you.
Okay.
28 to hit.
Yeah.
You're going to take 12 psychic damage.
Okay. I took it.
Okay. You're up.
Oh, okay. Does it look like he's trying to feint me for another attack?
No, it looks like he disengaged and then used cantrip. Ghost
Okay.
knife.
Alright, got you. Alright, so...
This
yeah,
feels
we'll
like
land it.
this feels like that fight. I agree, Chandler. With the exception of the background music, you got to give me that, right? Like it's happy, joyful, totally plucky, cute, right? Like, and that's not. I'm gonna switch the music to a fight music.
Oh, now I can hear it. Okay. Did you have different music on?
Yeah, it was happy, plucky.
Oh,
joyful
happy
music.
plucky. Okay, gotcha.
It was
Okay,
cow music.
gotcha. Alright, so yeah, Orlandis is gonna follow up and he's gonna run up to the gentleman and try to hit him again with the Searing Death.
Okay,
Natural 20 again, baby.
doing well on that. I'll use my reaction to have it again.
Okay. And then he's going to shove him again as a bonus action.
Okay.
Or at least attempt to.
No,
12. Beat that.
I can't.
Alright,
I can't fail that.
that's my turn.
Okay. All right. You kind of, as he kind of throws his dagger out, his hand kind of flies up in the air. As you rush forward and kind of lance him with the sword, his hand is kind of up and back and away from him, slams forward towards you,
Mhm.
and he will make a claw attack.
We'll have to do reactions.
23 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
You take 4 slashing damage,
Okay.
and he will grab you.
Okay.
You are grabbed. You can make an escape check on yours. DC on that will be 18. With you, he
Okay.
will then move in a blinding fashion with you attached and hold you out over the
Oh, shit.
edge there.
Okay.
The wind kind of catches your cloak. The fires are kind of like now kind of dancing in one direction as the winds kind of catch on, and he just holds you out over the edge, looking at you with these like bright and yet pale green eyes.
Does he say anything?
Nothing. Just cold menace, and his teeth like barred, ready to like bite and just
Okay.
rip to shreds, like a bestial like hunting hound.
Got you. I don't have any free hands to grapple him.
Yeah, you've got a shield and a sword, unless you drop the sword.
No, I'm not losing another weapon. If I don't know. And if I escape, I'm gonna fall.
You can grab a hold of the ledge or kind of escape in a way that you land on the ledge. You can certainly try that.
Okay. All right. Yeah. I wanna try to escape.
So it's your action to escape. Athletics check, and the DC is 18.
Nope. 11.
Okay.
I don't have any bonus actions. No, that's it.
Okay. So he reaches. He kind of holds his sword off to or his dagger off to the side and just kind of casts it off into the sea. He then reaches in towards you in kind of like a menacing and very like violating kind of way. Not that kind of weird violating. Just he gets into your personal space. Not that he isn't already there with the grappling hand, but he kind of takes a hold of your sword hand wrist and turns it outwards to stride. Go ahead and make an athletics or acrobatics check as he tries to rent the weapon from your hand.
Damn. Okay. Just violating. 18?
Yeah, 25 will definitely beat that. He grabs the sword out of your hand, and then with his other hand just quickly turns and casts you down onto the ground behind him. You'll be prone here. And then he looks at the sword and says, "How did you come about this weapon? Tell me now or die."
We fought someone who is enslaved by the Nyogi.
A champion?
Yes. I did not fight him. My friend did.
Did he die?
No.
I knew that was the answer you would say. He throws the sword down onto the ground, annoyed, and his hands kind of move back towards his robes, like a almost monk-like stature with his hands crossed in his robes. You can actually see the dagger remanifest in his hand as he's putting his hands back to robe, and he's looking down at you, kind of menacingly. He doesn't seem to have stopped the fight. He's just now kind of standing like fully erect, staring down at you like you're just nothing laying on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Your turn.
Oh, that's it? He's not... Okay.
He's not retreating from the fight.
But he's not going into attack, so that's good.
No, he took the sword out of your hand, threw you to the ground, and then as a free action dropped it. He did a lot in that turn, mechanically.
That's true. You're right. Okay. Orlandis is gonna pick up the sword, stand up, and then just get ready. He's gonna use his action to go into a dodge.
He shakes his head. It is not your day to die, and it is not your sword to die on.
So he's not attacking for his turn, right?
He appears to be doing something with his action, but for what, you do not know for certain.
I'm trying to think of something to say here. Fuck. So this is it. This is our battle. Is it over now?
I told you what you had to do. If you wish to play it heroic some more, you can.
He's gonna release his grip on his sword, go into a more relaxed, I guess, posture. I do not wish to die here.
Then leave.
So he's gonna start walking. And then as he gets like right here, he's gonna say, "That was a good battle. I thank you for the experience."
You can just see him kind of like... Sure.
He's gonna go.
The DM's face is probably more like, "Yeah, man," than his. His is just like...
I came to learn, motherfucker, and I did!
Fair. So, do you head back out?
Yeah.
Okay. So, as you're making your way out, go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Ooh. Okay. Now we get a natural 20, 23.
Okay. So as you're walking past the angel um, that you see there, um, you can see that there are hundreds and hundreds of names kind of written across the plinth. Kind of, it seems to be kind of like a rusty stone plaque that's kind of gone gray over the age. So it looks like it blends in well with the stone, and there's like a bit of green and algae about it too. So it kind of just fits in with the stone, right? But the names are very legible. You can read them very clearly. And as you're kind of just glancing over and looking at said names, you see one that stands out to you strangely.
Okay.
And that name is in my notes. I'm going to it. Sorry, hold on. I just can't remember his last name for whatever reason, and it's annoying me. But first name Albrecht, last name whatever it was.
Albert's last name?
Yeah, I can't for the life of me.
Oh, give me a sec.
I know, right?
Flips
All the way
through
up.
so many notes.
All the way up. God damn it. Albrecht.
I'm almost there, I swear.
I'm just gonna search it.
Oh my god.
I think I have everything but his last name.
Oh, I know I have it.
Wasn't his last name Agitators? No.
Probably.
That tracks.
Albrecht, middle initial S, last name Agitators. Yes, that's
Strangely
correct.
enough, I don't think I ever gave you his last name. That's fun.
Oh, really?
No, you had to.
No,
You
You didn't?
I don't think I ever did.
You some bitch. No. No, I don't
I
have
swear I
anything.
have it written down somewhere.
Yeah, no, I just searched in Discord, like, for Albrecht, and there is no Albrecht last name. It's always Albrecht Job or Albrecht Agitators. There
Huh.
is no last name that I've given you. So hold on, I need to go back further in my notes and go back to my card end notes.
Oh shit.
Because I have it. I do have it. It is a thing that exists. It's just, it is the deep lore.
The deepest.
Open. Card end. Card end?
Ardent.
Card end. What the fuck?
Was that he was the rogue archetype, right? The ghost knife?
Who?
The guy that I just fought?
I don't know. That's really strange. Okay, so it's Albrecht in his last name. I'll find the notes and get it. But for some reason, I appear to have moved my documents. But yeah, his name is on the plinth.
His last and first name, or just last
First
name?
and last. It is his name. And it
Hmm.
looks like it's been there a long time.
Oh, that's spooky. Those are old Friday notes.
Okay.
Yeah, if you've gotten back into the old Friday notes, that's probably not there. I am sorry.
No, I was looking. I flipped too far back.
Fair.
Damn. Got my ass kicked by a werewolf.
He's not a werewolf. I said he's a kennelborn.
Sorry,
there are
kennelborn.
dog people that exist in this realm, as everyone will soon find out.
Gotcha.
Ups.
Puff-ups.
Alright.
Alright. So back to the other group, who's probably not getting beaten up.
It's just me, you guys. It's me.
So your quest to try and kind of endeavor into the seedy underbelly of the town has gone awry. But you do have an idea of approximately where it's located. It's to the north in the jungle, is what was told to you.
Yep. We could move that way.
Probably, yeah. A good way to potentially confirm that is to see if they follow us.
Yeah. And then the closer they get, the closer we are. Right?
Yeah!
That makes sense.
Be right back. I'm gonna go get something.
I mean, we don't want to do anything weird. Do you? It just sounds like fun.
I just want to gamble and talk
I
to people.
I mean, I'm
That's
frequently
what I'm
told
saying.
I'm weird.
We love you anyway.
So you're heading off into the jungle. Is that right? Without the whole of the crew, just you three?
With you saying it like that. We could at least check out the north side of town.
Yeah, we can make a foray, and if it looks like we're getting to a point where we will have trouble turning back, then
Yeah.
Okay. So go ahead and make a survival check. If you are foraying.
Nope.
Okay. So
I'm not the survival one.
you kind of peer off, you kind of find one of the roads to head out of, probably this one here, and you start heading into the jungle. You very quickly get lost, and by very quickly I mean with like in 20 minutes, and you're not lost to the point where it's just like, oh, well, I guess we don't know where we're going, we should just turn back. It's to the point where you're lost and you don't know how to get back. Like, that's how poorly lost you were.
I guess I should have rolled the survival check.
Cassia and Astrogoth, you can make survival checks to find your way back.
I'm pretty sure I'll just make it worse.
25.
Cassia seems to understand how you come to be where you're at, and is able to help you backtrack back out. Once you make it out of the jungle, those same two goons are there waiting for you, and the one that seemed to have been in charge says, "What are you doing? What do you think you're doing? You're gonna go out there and what? Get killed by, giant wasps? What's your plan?
Is a giant wasp scarier than a dragon?
What do you know
She
about
killed one of
dragons?
I killed one.
Yeah, I was
When?
there. I saw it
When?
about a month
Few
ago.
weeks, yeah.
Oh,
It's back in Carton.
the other one says, no, it couldn't be. Definitely not. Anyway, if you're
What?
traveling off into the jungle, you're gonna die. There's bunches of things out there. We can help you through it, but we're not really inclined to help people that we don't know what's worth. So, we're gonna ask you real nice now that you're here, tucked in an alleyway, and surrounded by a lot of us. Kind of gestures like this above you, and you would see that on the building here, and also on this balcony here from the promenade, there are about a dozen of these bandits kind of looking at you with light crossbows kind of trained on you.
Oh,
Hey,
yeah,
Lose, we must be really close.
Turn out your pockets.
Just drops a bunch of weapons.
I do the same thing, except it's a bunch of kebabs.
Just the sticks. Okay. And
That's where
Cassia,
those went.
do
I was
none of you
hungry.
have any gold whatsoever?
I do.
Okay. Do you drop it down in front of them?
Yeah, she'll.
Okay. And what about you,
Yeah.
Astrogoth?
I'm guessing I don't have that anymore.
Well, given that Lose is the fighter of the group, I'm going to assume that she has a plan, and I will follow suit.
You're so trusting.
A plan?
And Cassia, you're broke,
I'm just a
right?
poor farm girl. I don't know.
If you doss out like little to no cash, they'll kind of look at you like sternly and say, "You're looking for a casino and you don't have anything to bring. You're willing to wander into the jungle and be stabbed to death by horrible murder wasps. What are you doing? Like, what are you doing with your lives? What are you doing with yourselves? You came into Swordbreak on a privateer's craft, and you're looking for what? Trouble? Are you looking for trouble?
In my defense, I don't remember anything from like a month ago.
Not to be
It
rude.
supposedly fell out of the sky. I don't.
Not to be rude, ma'am, but shut the fuck up. You're not helpful
That
here.
is
I'm talking
very
to the
rude.
grown-ups. So, kind of gesturing at Lose and Astragoth, you're taking this bewildered child into the woods, into the jungle, to die horribly. A pain that she will likely never forget if she survives, and will definitely never forget if she is sent from this mortal coil because of it. And for you two, what? You think your Popinjay outfit is going to help you travel around in the jungle? What, you think your Dueler's Bravo swords are going to help you at all in there? No, they won't. So tell me what the fuck you want, or we're gonna shoot you. Come clean with it. It obviously wasn't for gambling. You don't even have enough to start.
193 in there.
Really? Kind of kicks the bag around. Oh, shit! Okay, well, that's a different story then. He picks the bag up and kind of looks inside. Oh, by God! Hands the bag back to you. Great. Hold on to that. Don't do something stupid. Like draw up the eye of the... I'm sorry.
I was told there is a casino in the jungle.
Yeah, we
I
were told
heard
that
there
someone would
was.
meet us, and we figured that we'd just go looking for it.
I'll be honest with you.
It sounds like fun. I haven't been gambling since I got my divorce.
This lie like you've got a connection is not working. It feels like it's being very forced, like you think you're cooler than you are. And don't get me wrong, it's a great outfit, but yeah, I just don't know if you know anybody. Or
I wasn't going to let it slide, but I'll let the compliment with the outfit let it.
How did? Oh, okay, flattery. You courteous individual.
Accurate.
You son of a wonderful person.
Probably. I mean, I've never met her. He's, and that was him saying that. He's never met his own mom.
Sad.
It's so sad. He's a bandit in a D&D world, Zach. Of course he doesn't have parents.
No, and I will hold my tongue on the obvious bard comment of I have, but
I fucked your mother so hard she died of it. Let's cry.
no, I'm not trying to get us into a fight, but
No, I know. Right, but that if you were, that's
Congratulations, you've just met your father.
I'm glad I didn't know you. Okay, anyway.
Oh my
He
god.
left for milk. It always comes back to this. So he says,
I can relate.
we don't need you walking around the populated portions of the town, blathering on about casinos and the like. The houses are probably aware of our presence, but they don't know exactly where. And if we have people with such high profile looks asking about, it might be the case that they start following you. And that is what happened. And so I do apologize, but the guards that they sent along after you, they probably won't be too happy in the morning. Your fault, but that's fine. If you're very interested in meeting the casino staff and wagering your fine amount of coin, then we will allow you to gain access. But it must be handled in very distinct and quiet channels. Head to the shipwrights building, points to this big building right next to you, and says, if you go there, knock, and he tells you a very specific way to knock, which is not terribly important, but if you want to make it up, you can. And once you are let in, you'll be taken down to a secret boat, which will lead you around the way to the dock. That'll lead you to the Red Apple Casino. Okay? Fair? You
More
understand
than
it?
fair.
And don't say casino, mention casino, talk about red apples or anything while in what could be considered polite company in the town. Fair?
I don't know about this casino you're talking about.
You're right. You're damned right. Okay. Well, on your way then, and whenever you're ready to travel, remember the knock that goes. The Mario theme song is the knock. Dun 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 dun. No, wait, that's not Disney. We need to fuck with
Oh,
Disney.
the Japanese national
Well,
anthem.
Nintendo's pretty strict too.
Yeah, they are. Yeah, they probably get me for the video
They'll
game
literally take down people's
Chandler, what are you-
streams because it has their.
song. Why are you trying?
I mean, if you really wanted to get taken down, you could do something Games Workshop related.
Ooh.
All right. Well, we're running a Games Workshop game now. No. Okay. So again, knock on the door to the Shipwrights building, and
Then
then
we'll
you
take
get a
a
little
boat.
boat. Cool. They will see you off, and then you can see the bandits kind of
To a
almost like roaches just kind of disappear into the buildings and such, just vanishing from sight and never being seen again. But Astrogoth, you kind of have a feeling that they're kind of always there.
Well, I think that went well.
Yeah, too bad there's no casino.
He complimented my outfit.
He did. I mean, it is a good outfit.
Oh, I love Astrogoth. All right.
Hey, green pears? What? Anyway, yes.
Do you want to go back and get some kebabs and check out the rest of the market?
We probably shouldn't go without Orlandus. Who knows? He might do something stupid.
Speaking of doing something stupid, we're going to cut to not Orlando's. We're actually going to cut to Ravik. So you had your question answered from the jump. Is there anything else that you'd like to gather information about besides to kind of just have the info? You know that the majority of your group went off in search of the casino. You're pretty sure, just from kind of like a roguelike element, that that's going to either go extremely luckily or horribly for them. But if there's any other information you'd like to glean, you can seek it out.
I would love to know what's in these crates, but I wouldn't do that in broad daylight.
Okay, so that's easy enough. Go ahead and make a stealth check. I mean, you can definitely maneuver around the space and kind of effectively get hidden. Great. So you feel confident that you are well hidden enough. If you'd like to commit to the bit and crack open a crate, I'll need a sleight of hand check. Okay. You just very quickly take your dagger, one of your blades, and just kind of jut it into the top, and then just push your weight down on it so it pops open enough that you can see in it, but also just push the lid back down so you can close it. And looking inside of the space of the crate that you happen to open, inside you see what appear to be pistols. Just stacks and stacks of pistols.
Noted. Weapon shipment.
Take one.
Yeah, take one.
So you could pull one out, that's fine. Not a problem. And then shut the case back up. Okay.
This is a secret tool that'll help us for later.
If like a regular rat, you kind of scurry off to go and consume your ill-gotten gains. Don't eat the gun.
Eat the gun.
It's like the Danny DeVito in Always Sunny, where he's like eating a sandwich and he dips his pistol into the ketchup and he's like, "Oh, I almost ate my gun." But
Common mistake.
very common. if you kind of wander off and kind of take a gander at the gun a little bit more closely, what you would
Especially for
recognize is that these are very specifically a kind of gun that you yourself are familiar with. These are Kengo make. They are made by Zaryujan craftsmen. They are very much a kind of very strange thing to see present here. But at the same time, you're starting to kind of understand the gravity of Swordbreak's positioning. Seems like they're moving stuff into Penford through smuggler routes.
There's enough snooping around the docks for now.
Okay. You'd probably be the first one to reconnect with the
Very bloody Orlandis comes stumbling back to the top of the hole in his stomach.
yeah, let's say that. So you'd meet him not too far from the guard chamber, and yeah, he does look like he's kind of, nursing a wound, kind of.
I actually wanted to ask the old man sitting in the front
Oh, yeah.
about
Let's
the
do that.
lupine creature. I'm sorry.
He looks up at you and says, "What? I'm
There's-
not here anymore. I've left. Like, I'm not even sitting here anymore. Someone gave me
Okay.
like 11 gold. I'm not hanging around here. I'm going to order the biggest of Subway sandwiches.
Oh,
Like,
Santa
those
Claus
party
is
subs that they
casino.
have at Super Bowl parties? That's
Yes.
what this
Man,
motherfucker
with inflation, he can maybe get 6 inches of a party sub now.
Right.
Well, he's taking all 6 inches.
Oh my god.
I knew it was coming.
So the old guy is not there.
Yeah.
He's not there.
He's
Okay.
not there. That's
All
why
right.
I kind of
He's
cut.
not there. There's just a rat there going, what the fuck happened to you?
So I kind of cut to that. Like, yeah, you were fighting for a little bit, not terribly
Yeah.
long, but it was more the maneuvering around the space inside that kind of led to the delay, allowing for the blind man to escape.
Okay.
But you meet back up with Bravik.
Yeah.
What happened to you?
I got into a fight at the mausoleum temple. I don't know.
Give it as good as you got.
No. I lost. One-sidedly.
He crit twice.
Yeah, but it was a one-sided fight.
Uncanny dodge.
He was a strong opponent. But he's held there by something. Guilt, maybe.
He didn't just kill you.
I don't know why. I think it has something to do with the sword.
Well, that's good, because Leslie would have my head if you died.
Especially if you lost the sword.
Sure,
She won that.
it's true.
I've important news. Shit is going down here. Michelle,
What do you mean?
you don't know this symbol, but it's very, very bad.
Do I know the symbol?
No. So the Kengo symbol, it appears to be 13 daggers kind of pointed inwards. It's a symbol you've never really seen before. But for certain, it's seems like Bravik, who is a bit more of an underworld familiar or underworld adjacent individual, seems to genuinely be disrupted by it.
Okay. What does this mean?
Well, there's entire crates of these on the dock going to Pitford.
I mean, you know what it is. Like, it's a gun.
Yeah. No, the gun, yeah, but the symbol, no.
Going to the Bandit King, mind you.
Would Orlandis know about the issues with the Ionian Knights and Penford?
Yeah,
Like,
so
not in detail, but
the political understanding is the Ionian Riders, cavalry, were the
right.
a portion of the military of Penford. Denisovans invaded so many years ago, like over a decade. And then about 2 years ago, I think it was, the Ionian riders were like, we're not fighting that fight anymore. Instead, we are going to turn in on ourselves, take over our own lands, take control from, the peasantry or from the nobility, and kind of rule over the peasantry, and then siege Penford, so that we can gain access to the seat of power. And they have yet to take Penford's walls. Okay.
Yeah, so this is mutiny. How do you spell it? Yeah, probably. Okay. And these are going to the bandit lord king,
Yes.
Ravik.
Yes, the symbol on the crate is his.
This does not bode well for our travels.
And
He's
Twain
not
Theosbreaker.
allied. He's not exactly allied with the rest of Penford.
Well, I tried to get knowledge at the temple. Maybe the Temple of Octavius is a little more friendly. Do you wish to join me or join the others?
I think you should get that wound looked at first.
Well, this gushing up blood. This is fine. This is fine. I have dealt with
Did he
much worse.
describe this fight that he got his ass kicked to Bravik? Like, I need to know. Like, he picked you up on a dagger and then threw you 10 feet.
He leaves out the specific details, but he tells you that he got his ass kicked, yeah.
I'm just gonna assume Bravik can inspect this wound and be like, nah, you're not okay.
And that one I think is outdated, actually. I think it only shows 9 blades. It should be 13. I am the worst. Or I need to check my notes. Maybe it is 9 blades, not 13. But whatever.
It
That's the
got
point.
updated.
That's what
They
the symbol
needed
looks
more
like.
heads.
You can tell that I obviously drew that long ago.
It's okay.
Or I hope
Get it.
people give me that charity.
He drew it yesterday,
Also,
guys. He's lying.
also just that scan. It looks old.
Yep, it is. I think that was doodled
Older
way-
than Jonah.
way back
True
when,
that.
in 2013. I think when I first started getting into running games.
Oh yeah, that's
Oh,
when I
no.
was. That's when I was born.
That circle's really nice.
Yeah, I
Clean.
typically will find a circle-shaped thing and just trace
That's
it.
the-
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Don't
That's-
pull the curtain too far back. What are you?
That's what I do, though.
My immersion's
That's
ruined.
just smart.
I used to use like a CD
Mm.
because not
What's
only
a CD? Jonah doesn't know.
I know,
Hey,
right?
what is that?
He's too young.
It's like a DVD.
Is that different from AB?
Do you remember DVDs?
Jonah.
No,
Jonah,
I only
how
know
many-
digital.
How many CDs have you bought in your life, Jonah?
Real
What
talk.
is a CD?
Do you know what a Blu-ray is?
Oh, it's like a Blu-ray. There you go. Thank you.
What
D-
type of
DVD
sorcery?
is way too old. You're right.
What is it?
No, you have a
Physical
PlayStation.
DVD?
Yeah, with
It's all
blue, with
digital
Oh,
blue
is
now,
that
though.
what those are called?
It's a blue.
That's
It's
what
like a
a
Blu-ray.
PlayStation was. Oh, okay. Oh,
Now he gets it. Now he
Fucking-
gets it.
I thought they were optical illusions this entire time.
No, they're optical media, Jonah.
What's an
It's called
optical
holographic,
media?
not hologram.
Oh shit!
What is happening anymore? So the point is you reconvene, then you kind of maneuver back to a space where you're about to head towards the Shrine of Octavius, and you can see that your fellow allies are moving upon you. Easy.
Oh damn! Did he run into one of the giant wasps?
It sure looks like it.
I got
Did you
into
try
a
going
fight.
out into the jungle?
No.
Yeah, we heard there are some really mean wasps out there. It looks like
No. There is.
Wait, what? No.
I had a duel of sorts.
with
You're not really
with a wasp.
dueling tight.
No, not a wasp. It was. I would know. Would Orlandus know what kettleborn are?
Yeah, everybody knows what kennelborn are. They're
Okay.
a common species across Draenarus. They are dog people.
All right, just making sure. Just making sure. I believe it was a kennelborn.
So you just got into a duel just for fun
No.
without telling me that you were gonna go fight someone?
Well, I did not seek out a fight. It happened.
Cast your
Hey.
intent to the
So
wound
you-
and give you 22 healing while you're making excuses.
Oh yeah.
But you started the duel.
Well,
And you didn't invite me. You know how much I love being a part of duels and watching them.
Yeah, what
I
did you
don't-
get? Because when she dueled somebody, she got you that sword. What did you bring her?
You almost lost it.
yeah, really. I got the hole in my chest, but that is
You
it.
lose the duel.
Yes.
Did you give him anything?
I think that makes you the captain now.
No, I didn't give him anything. Well,
Well,
the
probably your dignity, but
bureau told us we could go there, and I went to read, and the Kennelborn was not as accepting as the bureau had made it out to seem.
You're not supposed to be loud in a library, Orlandus.
Castia, make a religion roll.
Religion.
24.
Gregors are hallowed ground, and entering one on a non-holy day is not welcome. Like, churches aren't open to the public all the time in real life, like, you know, D&D world. Like, it's not, like, if you go right now in real life to a church and then bitch is closed, it's not a situation where it's like, oh, there are people in there, let's fucking go. So you would understand that the problem here wasn't Orlandus, it wasn't that he was lied to, it's that they don't understand the rules.
I was lied to.
The day of Dan would be the Dan the Dan of the day that you would Dan the do.
yeah.
The last day of the 6th day.
You should have
So-
gone in your Dan best and asked if they were open.
It was. There was only a little old man there. He did not say anything about
How would
that.
you feel if somebody walked on our boat right now and started asking questions?
They have
How do you feel about that?
several times.
I heard you were
And I
asking a bunch of
fight
questions
them.
about parking fines.
I fought them almost every time.
That is true. So on the
You should go back
day-
and apologize on Dan.
on the day of Dan,
And take him something, probably.
he might be hungry.
It's a nice gesture.
I mean, it looks like he took a bite out of you, but
This is okay. This is Eboria's wound.
is that what that is?
How far until the day of Dan?
It is in 2 days.
Hey, just how many days we got? All right. So, did you all find out how to get to the place? The casino?
Yes.
There's no casino.
Oh, right. Yeah, we didn't find the way to a casino.
There is no.
We'd have to go to Pinford for a casino. And she's like, kind of like,
She wink,
nodding
wink,
her
nudge, nudge.
head and being kind of like, we know where it is. but we just can't talk about it.
We did hear about a really nice scenic boat ride. Very exclusive scenic boat ride.
Mhm.
Is that right?
Yes.
Okay.
And there are no giant wasps.
I
We hope.
hope not. Okay. Interesting. Oh, Vravik found something a little concerning involving Penfoot as well.
Oh.
he's currently ashamed.
Oh.
Give him a second. I forgot I didn't block off comments in some of these channels, so I'm doing so now.
Naughty.
It's not his fault. It's
All
mine.
right. That's his channel.
That's my
For
channel.
shame.
So, you found some stuff about Pinbird.
Guess it on the boat.
All right.
On the boat.
You guys head to the
We
boat.
can talk about it there.
Oh, to the captain's quarters.
To the boat!
Important meeting.
To the
Wait,
boat!
where is Honlin? Where's the
An
silence? We need him first.
Important safety meeting, I believe.
To the boat.
Safety meeting. Safety meeting.
As the doctor, am I in charge of the safety committee?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay, Castia.
I call this meeting to order. Go ahead, Ravik.
Mr. DM, I'm gonna ask you to speak for me because I didn't write down all the lore of the Kangu.
Well, that's your fault. So yeah, real quick, let me go ahead and.
But I want to get Honlin here too. She's kind of
Yeah,
involved with it.
Kangu is bad.
that's fair to
Yeah,
say.
yes, our other captain knows this.
She would agree with Bravik's assertion that they are not the coolest. Can go. Just checking my notes. Alright, so the Kengo is a shadowy organization of drug and slave traffickers, assassins, and thieves. They have a strong caste system that leads up to 13 territorial leaders known as Blades. Like most power structures in Seiryu, where this faction is based and originated from, the leaders are granted their power by heredity, but many families lose their positions by internal conflict or by outright destruction and public shaming. The Shiniro Kengo's reach is unknown, but their activities are a testament to their wealth and influence. As concealing themselves is of the utmost importance for the Kengo, their kind of main focus is stealth, espionage, infiltration, and assassination. Most of the agents of the Kengo are members of the monk or rogue class or some NPC riffle on the like, leaning more towards Path of Shadow or Way of the Shadow and Assassin, obviously. But yeah, they're ninjas. It's a big ass group of ninjas. Are you familiar with the Hand, like from Marvel Comics?
I'm sorry, the what?
The Hand.
Before my time. You have to explain it to me in detail.
I'm done with you.
I prefer
Oh my
I prefer the
God.
foot.
Oh, Ninja Turtle.
Are you familiar with the Foot?
Spark notes.
No, sorry.
I don't want to get in on the lore of why those are two similar things.
They were from Teenage
No.
something, right?
Yeah, the foot was in Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Yes. But
Oh,
the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles origin story is basically a riff on Daredevil's origin story.
who's Daredevil?
Forget
Oh
you.
my
dude.
God, Jonah.
Banned, removed. He
Down to-
did die.
Down to 4 players.
Rip.
Sorry, Jonah, you're just now an audience member.
I'm sorry.
But you get back on the boat.
He can't be an audience member though. It's the rating. It's too old for him.
Fair.
Yep.
Bravik explains the gravity of the Kengo, and then explains that the Kengo appears to be supplying arms to the Bandit King, Antwain the Oathbreaker, in the bandit cities south of Penford, or the southern portion of Penford.
Any questions?
Everyone just kind of like, okay, cool, let's go to the casino.
Well, we can't really go there right now.
Don't even like money.
We could also double our money.
True. I mean, yeah, of course that's a possibility.
Mhm.
Then that's how casinos work, kids.
What did y'all roll again? What did y'all roll again today? A 10 and a 1. A 7.
Uh,
So if we
We
get
don't-
blown off course on the way to Penford, we should expect to get shot at a lot.
This seems to always be the case.
I mean, yeah, it wouldn't be the first time. But
We're
we need to go
still-
to Finford, don't we?
Yes.
We
I
still
mean,
have a good chunk of that bounty that we need to get.
we're also going to be stuck here for a couple days anyway, so learning as much as possible about the issues in Penford before going there seems a good idea.
Fair enough. I mean, don't know how this shipment is gonna get out with us being here.
I'm
Well,
not
I guess on the
partic-
other side,
I mean,
but that gives us a nice speed.
I'm not well traveled, but if I learned anything from asking about the casino that doesn't exist, we probably won't get good answers by asking about these guns.
Probably not.
The
No.
issue is they're of Syrian make, and that is on the other side of the continent. Where are they coming from?
The other side of the continent.
Why would they not just go to Pinford then?
well, I mentioned that. So, like, Penford, like, they still have shipping routes. You can still trade into Penford. The problem is this is not going to be something that's seen as
Smuggled.
on the level. Yeah, it's being smuggled in.
Hmm.
So the best way to smuggle
This is
something into
pit stop.
Penford is through the bandit town on the Celeste, whatever it was, bridge. Oh, my notes.
No,
Why did I
Celeste
close them?
Storm.
Yeah, correct.
Celeste Storm Bridge. Alright.
Mhm.
So, seeing as how we have a couple days, are you all going to
Oh, Pino. Sorry.
look at that face?
Cat Jam.
He
The
heard about
stupid face.
he heard about a rat folk character. He's really excited.
There's no true character.
Yum 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 yum. Oh no, it's a tabaxi vampire.
Not again.
Not again. Okay.
Okay, Jonah, what were you saying?
Oh, since we are going to be here, are you going to the place today? Could we make it an all-day thing tomorrow?
We can go tomorrow. That's fine.
Well, it's definitely leaning towards evening now, so you're pretty sure that like a
Sure.
casino's not going to be like hopping and popping during the day.
So we
Oh,
don't
you're
know.
right. You're right.
Hmm.
I mean, it's not 24 hours like other casinos are.
You don't know for sure, but again, people got to work.
It is getting late. Should we go now?
Wouldn't mind.
Just to check it out.
Yeah.
As
Do they
long
have
as
a
we're
limit
discreet
on
about
how
it.
much we're spending there?
I mean, it is your money. You do what you want with it.
That is the best
Let's
answer.
wager the boat.
No, I think
No.
that's where it stops.
But we could get
that
2
is-
boats.
No. That is the line. The boat, our transportation is... That is the line.
That belongs to the crew.
And no mention of our coffers in the casino.
I'm kidding. Yeah, that's fair.
And I guess if the time calls for it, you could duel someone if they have those belts there.
Oh yeah, maybe they have one of those fight pits like there was outside of Cardin.
Oh yeah, they did. They did.
They
That
had
wasn't
an
a
arena.
fight pit.
Anything's a fight pit if you ask.
You great.
So I'm assuming we all go to this magical casino.
Well, no, we're going to the ship's right building, and we're
Oh,
knocking.
In a rhythm that is not copywritten.
It is definitely not doot doot doot.
Okay. So once you've mustered, are all 5 of you going to the shipwrights building and knocking?
Why not?
at the same time.
Pre-muster, is anyone dressing up for the affair, or you're all just
How
going...
dare you?
Orlandis is dressing up for sure.
To be sure, one of you is already dressed beyond the nines. But I'm just making sure that anyone else, if you're interested...
No.
I don't know that Castia has fancier clothes.
There are places in
We
town
can
that
buy
have-
Oh,
some.
honey.
I can buy some.
Oh, honey.
Quick montage of Astrogoth getting...
Yeah, I was gonna say, can I spend an inspiration for a montage scene? But
Yes. The answer is yes. And then you'll gain inspiration depending on how well you describe this montage.
So Astrogoth is gonna dress everyone or just Cassia?
everyone, I guess, if we're gonna go with
Fuck
this, might as
yeah,
well
No,
go.
okay.
no.
Okay.
Lose
I
will
have-
like straight
I
up
have-
refuse. Look at that cat. Why is he so cute?
You know why.
I know he's a ham.
got a-
I want to come over.
Ravik is gonna grapple.
He's got little teepees.
Oh, look at him, a little vampire.
No, Dad, I hate that when you do touch me its nose.
There we go.
Good, get out of here then.
Bye.
This
Soupy
is
baby.
this is just as
Soup.
Get
Soup.
That's
down
just soup.
there, little dum dum. Okay, so you said you were going on a montage of dressing. So let me be sure here. This is important. So you gather information, start learning about like where might be a good place to find clothing. And the promenade is decent enough, but you definitely want to go somewhere that is a little bit more high class. You're wanting to dress up neat and nice. So what you learn is that this stretch here, snapping, right here is known as the Silkers Road. That road there. And there are a number of different establishments here on the Silkers Road. There is a just simple kind of establishment that appears to have a window filled with style, like high fashion stuff. And that would be the 51, which I am going to put on your map there. And this place is known as the Pinching Needle. That'd be the 51. And when you get in, there is an eccentric half-orc woman with her hair kind of done up like the Bride of Frankenstein without the white stripes. She's
Is she
wearing...
actually red?
Huh?
Is she a redhead?
Oh, no, not red. No, it's like black.
Oh, then she's not Bride of Frankenstein.
Well, again, black
It was
and white.
it was a red wig.
Well, it's black and white is the way I remember it, because that's the way...
It's because it's a black and white movie.
Exactly. So it's a black wig. It's not a wig. There's black hair that stands kind of beehive tall and like back like an alien's head. She is kind of covered with all sorts of different string and baubles. She has like pockets on her apron and glasses with different kind of magnifications. She's probably got a thimble on her, finger, and she looks completely like set for the job. And I know I'm probably with several of the statements I've made triggering the actual seamstress in the group, and that's why we're here. For the fun of that. When I describe blacksmith stuff, like to people when I have blacksmiths in the group, that's fun. Or when I try and describe like ship shit. Yeah, it's the boat right. The right of the boat. Not a person who fixes boats, but yeah. Anyways.
It prefers to be known as wet left.
She is very much kind of keen for the job, Astrogoth, as you kind of step in and looks to you and says, "My, oh my, look at you, fascinating. Oh, beautiful specimen, you, yes." And kind of does this like maneuvering around you, looking at your outfit. "Oh my, where did you get this cloak? Peacock feathers? My God. Such a rarity in these parts. It's so beautiful. It's so wonderful. You're not selling the cape, are you?"
Unfortunately not. And I agree, it is hard to find people
Well,
with good taste.
If it's unfortunate, I could definitely make it more fortunate for you. Oh, you meant just for me unfortunate. Okay, I understand. Obviously you do not need any assistance, but I'm assuming you came in here with your counterparts for them to be made up in some way. Looking over at Orlandis. Not much help for him. Lose did not come.
Yes, she did. I dragged her here.
Oh, okay.
She would have come, and she's just like, no.
I figured she would probably come just for the entertainment value.
Yeah.
Grapple her with his chain and just drag her down the street.
Such a young thing you are. So small. Kind of just looking you over. Take the connotation of the word small she uses to whatever measure you want. That is absolutely going to be like a reference to some part of Castia that would be embarrassing. Like she seems to be just very jerkish about her commentary to everybody besides Astrogoth. She'll make comments regarding whatever you think your character would have as like a I really feel bad about this like aspect of my appearance. She's calling those out because she's a jerk.
I don't like that.
Yeah.
I'm wearing beautiful Parnan armor, sir.
He got a nice chest piercing earlier.
Sir.
Oh my God, the greatest insult.
She would explain, like, well, perhaps you should clean it more often, and points to the blood trailing down your stomach. Absolutely barbaric. Filthy. Shave once. Have you ever tried shaving? You got this festering around your lips. It's filthy. I mean, look, it points to Asheroth. Look. He is of a species that is covered in hair. Look at how immaculately he keeps it. A shiny coat. Absolutely magnificent. You only have the hair on your face to deal with. And you can't even manage that.
Got a shirt that...
So,
No need to insult my friends.
Apologies. We are not here. We are identifying the problem so we can remedy them. I do not mean any insult whatsoever. I apologize. I will keep my words to myself. If it is what you desire, Master Bugbear. But I definitely would like some assistance and guidance here. I could, of course, make them up, but I do not know what event you're attending, or what you're planning on doing, or really what might favor them, as I don't know their personalities. I know what they look like, and I can definitely sculpt around that, but if you'd like, you can help me work my magic. So, out of character, we've done this once before in a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. You're
Are
basically
the-
going to tell me what you want them to look like, and we're going to make that happen. So, whatever you want them to be wearing. Over the top, the better.
Well, you
Absolutely
say that, but I was thinking that since the best way to attract attention is to look as outlandish as you can. So while we want to look nice, we don't necessarily want to be dressed overboard to the point where when we walk to where we're going, people are like, "Wow, why are these excellently well dressed and dapper individuals, walking into this particular building?" So
no, well, while I agree with you, I genuinely find it hard to believe that Astrogoth would go with an idea of social stealth over the idea of social, like, hammering. Like, you want attention. Like, you definitely are there for a purpose. And you definitely want to have people looking at you. Right?
Let's go full Met Gala.
Like, do you want to have Astrogoth dressed down? Is that what you're saying?
no.
So then the problem still stands. Like, you might as well put everyone else to the high degree, so you're magnifying and multiplying the eyes on you and your crew. You know what I mean? Like, you're either going to go one person dresses down and you all kind of go normal, or the opposite.
Well, I guess if we're gonna go in like a hurricane, we're gonna be the best damn dressed hurricane we can be.
Let's hear it. So who do you want to do first? And again, as outlandish and crazy as you want, pictures are more than welcome. Just go ham. Tell me how you want to dress up whoever you want to start with.
I can't see you rolling.
I'm not a fashion guru by any means, so
No.
this is going to be a.
But
But anyway,
so obviously, we jest like in a certain degree. Like, you're not trying to make them look fashionable by any standards. What you're trying to do, Zach, in your mind, is imagine the most crazy looking, outlandish outfits on these individuals that are members of your party that you feel best complement their style. Go as over the top as you want, reference whatever kind of like joking fashion you want. Like, people are posting gifs, like, I'm sure you've seen a Met Gala, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, go nuts. Like, this is where we are.
well, clearly Orlandis being a fighter, I think we're gonna have to go with the something that echoes the style of the Landsknecht, of the where they wore the pants and the doubloons or whatnot, where there were one color on one side and another color on the opposite side. You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, I know exactly what you're talking about. I will try and find a reference for that so others understand what we're talking about. But
and I mean, I just picture Orlandis with a really nice hat with that as well.
Okay, now this hat, wide brimmed or like tall, or
Let's just say that members of a mariachi band would be jealous.
okay.
I just want to point out, we're going to expect you to draw these.
No, that's not happening.
No.
You're not even a patron, Foxen. Come on.
What about me?
Oh, shit.
You can get whatever you want.
Shit, yeah. Well, if Tom wants it, I guess I have to do it.
I see what color
Yeah, you could.
your
Here we
thing
go.
changed
Here
to.
we go. I got the perfect one for Bravik.
Okay, so we have a pretty solid understanding of Orlandis. Very kind of duality, kind of a snapping contrast, bright colors, but still kind of uniformed, sleek, kind of militaristic kind of framing or silhouette. And then atop all of that, massive wide-brimmed hat, radiating of the same two colors, kind of like one underneath, one on top. And I would say it'd be more like, you said mariachi, but my brain, when we thought wide brimmed, was kind of leaning more towards like Alucard from Vampire Hunter
Hauser.
D. Not Alucard,
Oh.
sorry, D from Vampire Hunter D. My brain
No,
just
D.
dumb.
Okay.
He is technically the son of Dracula, but spoilers.
Okay.
But D is that like big, flashy, kind of wide brimmed writer's hat. Okay, perfect
Okay,
for
we can do
Orlandis.
that.
And then
Yeah.
for absolutely.
Oh hell yeah!
For Bravik, we can't just put you in a harness with with a balloon. What is happening here?
I think that's supposed to be a propeller.
Oh, cool, awesome.
Why can't
do it
we
with that
put him in
attitude.
that?
She is she is a fashion artist. She is not a artificer. Although notes
Does she know a good one?
a fashion artist artificer subclass would be.
Oh, I'd
Kinda
play
cool.
that.
Is that not daring for the time?
No pants.
No pants, no shirt.
I'm just
Just a
imagining
harness.
Bravik in like
Just a belt.
the Met Gala red carpet, just
Bar.
blank stare floating down the carpet with no pants on.
God.
Just
Talk
a
about making
harness.
an entrance.
And we can hold on to him with like a leather strap or something. So
Yeah.
it looks like a little rat balloon.
Yeah, that's not happening. She doesn't have a balloon, you guys. That is not a piece of fashion wear that she was expecting to throw on someone. But you know what we are doing? We're snapping to Zach, who is the one who's putting you in these garments. Stop trying to have a say on what's happening here. This is absolutely Zach enforcing his fashion upon you. Or
Sorry,
Astragon.
No, you're good. You're good. I think for Vravik, we have to capture the imagery of the beast overcoming the one weakness that he has. So I'm thinking that we should get him a nice dark suit, and instead of a handkerchief in like one of the pockets, it's going to be a piece of cheese.
Like a cheese square? Okay.
Yes.
I'm down. And then, are we thinking like, like all the hair on the face and like the head kind of like slicked back to kind of be like businessy, kind of like.
Sure. And for shits and giggles, we can give him a monocle.
We're trying to give him a sharp look.
Sharp cheese look.
You ruined it. But it was
Actually, now that you say that, that picture of Radigan is actually, we could do something similar to that.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, yes.
Perfect. Then we've got Castia. Very simple. Dressing at current. Do you want to maintain that or go crazy?
I think we should keep Castia relatively. I'm not going to say plain here in the bad sense, but I think that's something that she would be more comfortable with. So I'm thinking that a night dress like you would have, like you would wear to a gala or something, with one of those masks that's on a stick, in case she, I don't know, feels the need to hide. I think that will go well.
Okay. So the dress in question, as the seamstress is kind of putting it together, she seems to keep wanting to use kind of silver fabrics for her for some reason, and she just says, I feel like I'm drawn to it. I feel like you have to wear these kind of garments, and so
I do like that color.
eventually she would be in kind of like a night dress that's kind of covered with like shiny silver sequins, and a formal but also elegant kind of framing, and then the mask in question. She doesn't have any masquerade masks when you ask for them, but she very quickly kind of devises a means of putting one together. She takes like a tool for kind of stretching fabric out and breaks the top off of it.
So she is an artificer.
Ah, damn it. You're on to me. She she would take that piece, break it off, and then kind of super glue or hot glue gun it to a piece of thing that she was planning on putting on a
Making me
dress.
so uncomfortable.
Just using words that are wrong, right?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Forgive me.
Glue this thing to the stick. Don't worry.
She uses the spell mending, or she uses a spell to bind them together. Now she's an artificer officially. She makes what appears to be a wand, or like rod or scepter, and instead of like a mask at the top, it's just kind of like a moon shape with like holes in it. That allow you to kind of hold it up to your face and conceal yourself with like the crescent, but still be able to see through them. And then anything for Lose in specific?
No.
I think the only thing I would probably be able to convince her to wear would be a nice hat.
Yeah.
Chandelier head.
And you don't listen to this the sewing artist if she tries to kind of suggest things, right, Lose? You are basically stonewalling.
Yeah. She likes her dueling outfit.
Hold
And
her
she keeps
down.
fairly clean, so it's not like.
Okay. She's not going to
No,
force it.
she's not sporting a chest wound.
Yeah, like I have resplendent regalia in my character sheet that
You
I
can
could just
just change
pop
that, yeah.
on, but she wouldn't want to wear that to go to the casino.
Well, you would know that wearing armor would basically be, and brandishing or like holding a sword at your belt is going to be seen as like not great. So they're probably going to commandeer those from you. So the armor and the
She's
sword.
not wearing armor though.
Okay, I'm just saying, like
Duelists don't wear armor.
the armor was more for the group.
Yeah, okay.
The sword was definitely pointed. Sorry.
Yeah.
I
no.
will
Pretty
take her.
pointy.
I will take her swords, and I will use disguise self on myself to make them look like pencils.
There are no swords, no
There's a bunch
shields.
of pins on in my pocket. Don't worry.
So yeah, you
We're
could try.
going to a casino. She
You
can
could try
leave
for
It's
that.
a cane. It's just a cane. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, you can certainly try for that.
She'd be fine leaving the her the defender and sort of sharpness on the boat
Okay.
with like someone she trusts.
More than fair. Again, Vravik, you would know disguise self would work on kind of disguising certain elements, but you know it also has a duration. So
Yeah.
keep that in mind.
Mm.
If you stay
I
too
can't
long,
keep my dagger on me though.
yeah, that's fine. I mean, you can keep your swords on you. It just depends on how they respond to it. Like they might ask you to take them off and leave them somewhere, but then you'd be leaving them with bandits.
That's fair, yeah.
So it's up to you.
But we are paying customers.
That's fair. Okay, so after a few hours of getting ready and like it being evening time, it shifts very quickly into night as she kind of finishes. She's very happy with the job that she's performed, and then she tells you it's going to be for the 1, 2, 3 outfits. It's going to be a total of 500 gold pieces.
God damn. That's expensive.
She tells you the reason why she breaks down the price, and you understand a metric that was included in that was the fact that she just did it on the spot.
Mm,
I have 285 on me, so
we could take the 500 from the treasure pool.
Yeah,
Okay.
that's fine. Then you head back to the ship, leaving any items that you want to behind. Again, I need to be sure, as far as your character sheets, you need to check mark everything that is not on you so that it grays out.
I did the minus 500 to the gold.
That's fine.
Can you? Okay.
So this next bit, again, if it is on your character sheet and you uncheck it, it'll gray out. If it is checked, it is on you. If it is not checked, it is not on you.
Oh shit, I got a lot of stuff.
So you are going to a place of leisure. Keep that in mind as you go that way.
We don't have we don't have our traveling supplies with us, right?
Everything that's on your character sheet is presumed to be on you at all
Okay.
times if it's checked. If it's not checked, it's presumed to be on the boat.
Okay.
You own it, but you don't have it with you. So at this juncture, what I'm asking you to do is remove all items, uncheck all items from your sheet, and that will allow me, when I say I look at you, I can look at what you have on you and determine whether or not they would be an asshole about it.
Okay.
And now,
Can't really ask shit.
once you are done with that, if there are any items on your person that you wish to keep on your person but you wish to somehow conceal, I'm going to ask you if you have any items you're concealing on your person, and then I need you to tell me how you're concealing it on your person. And then I'm going to have you make now a sleight of hand check to hide it on yourself. And you might have advantage on the sleight of hand check if you tell me how you're concealing it, and I really like the way you say you're doing it. There is no other way in this instance that you're gaining advantage on sleight of hand other than cool descriptions. So, concealed items. We'll
I
start
have
with
a
Rabbit.
question. Sorry.
Go ahead with your question.
I have a question about attuned items. If we leave them
They're
back,
not broken, and they don't give you a benefit if you don't have them on you. If it says it needs to be on you.
okay, just making sure. Pretty much.
Yes, do not put it in your prison pocket. That is correct. Thank you, Chandler.
No.
Oh no.
Don't tell me how to live my life.
Also known to the rat folk as a rat hole.
Jeez.
Guess I don't make that up. I'm gonna keep the ring.
Ye olde Hershey Highway.
Um,
I'm talking about poopers. Go ahead, Elizabeth. You were gonna say something with or were you just about to scold me for saying butt stuff?
yeah.
Yes, but also yes.
Yeah.
Both, all of it, everything.
Yep. All of the above.
So, Foxen, what's Bravik taking in?
Taking 2 knives.
Okay, and how are you hiding those on your person? Again, given the
Yeah.
description of what
He is strapping them to his wrist under his little under his suit. But
Okay,
he's also going to cast disguise self on himself, so it just looks like a bracer. If they roll his sleeve up, there's just a little metal brace on his wrist.
that's fair. Without disguise self, you could use disguising, like you can just maneuver around it. But the way that you're describing it, are you wanting anything just other than them to be strapped there? Like, because keep in mind, you're a shinobi. Like, there's certain elements that you can kind of play with your imagination here a bit. Like, you don't have to just follow the kind of coda of what your character sheet says, because you can make things.
I'm thinking like Assassin's Creed. I've got my.
You want the knives to be able to kind of plop out into your hands,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay, so then instead of making a sleight of hand check, I'm going to have you make a ninja tools check. So since ninja tools, I don't know if it's on the tools list, thieves tools is proficient as well, right?
Yep.
Go ahead and make a thieves tools check, and you're doing so with charisma. Again, you're trying to hide these socially.
You want thieves tool or ninja tool?
Well, if you have ninja tools on there, yeah, do ninja tools. I didn't know if it was on the left or not. And that'll be with charisma. Great. So 15. Go ahead and notate that somewhere. I have. Okay. And perfect. Anybody else have any items that they're wishing to conceal on them and bring into the casino?
I have a dagger. I was just gonna shove that in a boot.
Okay, simple, easy peasy. But obviously another place that's kind of commonly looked at. So no advantage on the descriptor. So go ahead and make a sleight of hand check to hide it on yourself.
18.
Got your number written down. All right.
I also
I
just feel
was-
like that's probably where she keeps it normally.
Yeah, you probably do something to kind of like move your pant leg, so that the boots are not over. Like it's kind of like the pants are a bit more kind of over boot to hide it.
Yeah.
So yeah, just a slight change of how you normally style your clothing.
Mm-hmm.
Go ahead, Castia.
Since I'm concerned about spell components, I would probably have a small bag with a lot of the incidental minor things tied around a string around my neck and say that it's a good luck charm.
Okay. So obviously, if it gets kind of found out, that would be more of a deception versus insight kind of battle. But since you're kind of putting it in a way that it looks like it's hidden, go ahead and make a sleight of hand check. No advantage based on descriptor.
Oh no.
You got your number. Okay. Astrogoth, are you hiding anything on your person? Taking anything in with you that might be seen as or regarded as kind of contraband or problematic for the casino?
I mean, there's a couple of items that might cause someone to look the other way if I wasn't so ostentatious. One of them being my gilded skull, and what was the other thing? Oh, my cuttlefish tentacle. I'll just say that's a snack. The one thing I did want to probably hide is my my lockpicks. And I imagine that what I would do, given that I have a hat of many fashions, is I would change the hat to look like it has all kinds of pins sticking out of it, and then arrange them on the hat so as to look like they're just a part of the hat.
Okay. Go ahead and give me. That's a solid descriptor. So go ahead and give me sleight of hand with advantage.
Oh,
Oh
nope.
Jesus. Oh no.
You feel like all of so basically this is like a situation where you are confident you did a great job.
Yeah, I know exactly what this is.
Yeah.
I'll share the image.
Okay. Any other things that are being taken in kind of ostentatiously, like any kind of subterfuge, espionage kind of text here?
I got potions.
Potions are probably not going to be absconded with. Like,
Okay.
again, think about this as a situation where you're entering into an establishment that's kind of made for merriment, but it's not like a walk-in kind of place. This is a place that you kind of walk in and kind of, are seated and the like. You don't go to these places dressed for war. That's not a common thing. I know in D&D that's very often the case, that you're just like, yeah, fuck it. I'm in full plate. I got a shield on the whole time. I haven't even taken the shield off. I have a 20 AC, and I'm just sitting here playing cards. Like, that's not happening, though, this time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I feel like that was directed, but yeah.
Maybe.
Lol.
It's a little directed there. But no, that's it. Just the potions and my
Fair.
spyglass. So
Okay. So as you head on over, make your way to the spot. It is dark out, but there are a decent amount of lights. You make your way to the place. You make the knock. You enter in, and there's a guy inside who has a candle lit. Looking at his face, you realize it is covered with bandages. There's like a bandage over his left eye. There's a kind of almost like a band-aid, something kind of adheres to his side of his face. Looks like it's holding a bit of his face together there. He kind of looks at you and says, You here for the blubber? Oh, right. They're not doing the coded messages anymore. Fine, you did the knock. Whatever. Let's head on then. We're heading to the whale. And walks over to the small little ship and kind of like gestures for it. You all hop on board. He hops on board towards the back. And you can see that there's a very strange looking kind of artifice kind of hanging off the back of the boat, which he takes out a kind of hexagonal kind of like rod or stick and places it inside, turns it, and then kind of starts maneuvering it as it makes like a puttering sound in the water and starts moving the boat quietly and effortlessly all out and around onto the shore. So as he's moving the boat, he's very much kind of focused on where he's going, But it also is quiet enough that you can kind of ask him questions. There's also time for questions on the in between before he gets you on the boat. Is there anything you want to ask the dude?
What is the minimum buy?
Oh, I haven't played in a while. Something about the last time I did it, them beating the piss out of me. So I don't know. It's been about a year since I've been to the beached whale. To be honest,
I
you
see.
you have to learn yourself. It also depends on the table. It depends on the table.
Fair enough.
If you do not mind my asking, why did you get beat?
Oh yeah, well, Apollina's kind of a shrewd prick. Don't tell him I said that, or he'll probably do me in worse. But I'm letting you know as a warning. If he sits down at your table, you're most likely fucked, because Apollina's a right cunt. Yeah. But hey, he makes sure we all have
what does that mean?
food in our belly, we all have roofs over our head or whatever. So it's not so bad. Yeah. I mean, I just tried to play him and was doing pretty good. I'd argue better than him, but well, him and his friends and everyone who isn't, keen on him losing, wouldn't so much be, yeah?
So the apple eater is a sore loser, so to speak.
I didn't say that, but you can confer from what I have said, whatever end goals you want to put upon him or whatever. Sometimes words is tricky, yeah.
Mm. So if he is at the table, we are best to avoid him.
Hey, I didn't say that either. You don't be putting words in my mouth, and also I didn't say nothing you think I just said. I'd never.
No, you are right. We did not hear this.
You're goddamn right. So, uh, yeah, it's gonna be a bit here. We're gonna land on that sand there. Kind of points ahead. And once we're there, it's gonna be a little bit of a walk for you folks. Just follow the lanterns, and you should be good. I believe about 25, 30 people have come up my way and headed on that way. There's a couple of other secret means of getting out to the beached whale, but it should be pretty lively tonight, I think.
Oh, so it's a good crowd.
Yeah, plenty of folks spending their money. We've been seeing a lot more traffic ever since Hadrian and his crew settled on down the way.
Nearby?
Yeah, bit of a ways up the water, or the coast. The word I wanted was coast. Yeah,
He did say words were hard earlier.
I forget most of them. I think when Apollina and his lads were punching me, some of them fell out.
Mm.
Oh.
So I know I at least dropped the word fuck like 5 or 6 times. And shit, but that might have also been out my ass.
You're funny.
I gotta be personable. It's a little bit of a long trip, yeah. And, well, I also don't have the looks I once had, so if I'm trying to, looks at Losa kind of, and then kind of looks over at Cassia, then I gotta be witty. Because I ain't charming with this anymore, I guess. Anyways, it's probably pretty quiet after that. And finally, he beaches the ship and then kind of points. And you can see that the jungle is quite dense here. Not so much so just on there are trees above you, but there are also massive plants kind of on the ground level that kind of cover and condense and kind of interlace with tree trunks and kind of create a very dense blockage and foliage. From the water, you weren't really able to see much of anything, but once you land and he kind of points out where you're going, you can see that there's a carved tunnel in the foliage that enters into this dense jungle. And once you kind of start stepping into it, you can see that there are lights inside. It's almost like you're entering this arboreal tunnel, entering into this space. And as you continue on, every 30 or so feet, there are 2 torches side by side, kind of marking a path leading down this tunnel. Eventually, you come to a point where you can see what appears to be a massive ramp with a beautiful golden kind of look to the sides of it, and a huge red carpet that ascends up the ramp to what appears to be the side of a boat. A boat that appears to be made entirely out of gold, or it at least has been painted to look that way. And let me shift you to the map. And it'll change the music, hopefully.
The reason I didn't want to say anything while you were talking is because that whole time I was just picturing
Can't see
Christian Bale speaking to me.
shit. Oh my god.
Oh, I guess I'll take that as a compliment. He's a fine actor, eh? But,
Oh, hey, I know this song.
oh, you sure do. So, looking up ahead, 2 guards ahead of you, you can see...
Can't see shit!
Yeah, I can't see.
Oh, for sure?
It's
Same.
black. It's a black square.
What's,
Are we gonna reenact that scene from Django?
what's happening here? Dynamic lighting, daylight mode, update when drops, save settings, vision, he has it, dynamic lighting, what token? You are not on the token layer, that is why. Good job, John. You failed everything. You almost did it exactly right. Bam.
Yeah.
The beach
The
whale.
boat!
And the guards that I put down on the map to start this session off next time, also not on the map because they are in the GM layer. Now they're on the map layer. I am bad at this. I appreciate it, Roll20. You do have a seamless system. I'm just bad at it right now. But yes, it is a beautiful, magnificent, massive golden ship. There are 3 masts on this bad boy, and up above you can see that the masts have sails, but the sail cloth has been, or not sails, they have like the bars for sails. The sails have been removed entirely. There's still a bit of rigging up above you, and there are definitely means of getting up there. But to point out where those masts are, there's one coming straight out of this table, there's one coming out of the roulette table in the middle, and there's one on the back end. And up above, you can see that there are also some guards present up above.
Well, that would just be a very inconvenient roulette table. What did it land on? I can't see.
Right.
Well, you'll see how it
That's
works
for the
when.
house.
Yeah, you'll see how it works when we get to it. It's actually not as bad as you think. But yeah, that's it. We'll end the session here. We'll pick up next session as you enter into the Beach Whale Casino and gamble all your hard-earned money away. Thanks for watching those that did, and we will see you next week.
At least we'll look good doing it.
Absolutely.
Great.